Good afternoon, hello, and welcome back to Hellstormwargaming. We are live right now, and I've swapped Elliot out. You're not Elliot, are you? Please tell me you're not Elliot.
No, I'm not Elliot. How you doing, guys? Billy and Tom here, ready to roll with this epic game of competitive Warhammer 40k.
Now, Billy, you've skipped the chaff rounds, all right? Oh, as people have sort of like dwindled away, and we've got some of the rubbish armies out the way. Some great players, but
yeah, we get into these later stages. You need a pro commentator on here. Elliot, bless him.
Elliot,
I've got you
Elliot's still reading the rulebook somewhere. He's still reading the rulebook, so we've gone instead, we need Billy. Elliot, you can be on the camera if you want over there, because we're in the newsroom. Elliot, do you want to wave at the people at home? Oh, there we go. No, that's sinister. That's very sinister.
Always watching.
But hello, welcome. If you're in chat right now, let us know who you are, where you are, what you're doing this fine Sunday afternoon, and more importantly, we've got top table action right now.
That's it. Let us know if you're painting at home while you're watching this epic game of 40k.
You'll be able to see that we've got the return of two players who played in earlier rounds, but against different opponents. So we have the legendary Mike Duff with his ASTRA Militarum. He is back with mortars, tanks, Kazakin. He's a filthy human being, and he should be ashamed of himself.
It's a great list. It's a great list.
We also have a beautiful, beautiful DRUKHARI army, don't we, Billy?
We do, yeah. I really love how a DRUKHARI list looks on the table at the minute in competitive 40k. It's exactly what a DRUKHARI list should look like. Fluffy. It's got boats. It's got Hellions. It's got the jet bikes. It looks great.
Yep. And Robert as well has been on, and he won his round 3, which was against Salamanders.
Yep.
He then took a break and went and bet some Orks in round 4. And now he's back for the Imperial guy. He's going to take some Umis, even though that's Orcs. But he's going to take some things to torture. Some guardsmen are going to get tortured.
Exactly.
Some Kazakin are going to get an arm like ripped off and swapped with the arm of a horse or something like that.
Unfortunately, the ASTRA Militarum will not be having a good time. They never really do in the 40k universe, do they? There's always something ready to just squish them under the heel of their boot.
Absolutely, but they always know that there's more humans left to take their place, right? The Imperial Guard is
billions and billions of them.
Bodies, bodies, and more bodies.
What the ASTRA Militarum do best.
So this is Heat 1. The Hellstorm this year, we're doing something special. We've got 4 heats. We're calling it the All Stars, and Heat 1 is very much coming to a close now. This is round 5. We've got one more round after this. And basically, the 2 people that come top bracket of this will be invited to our Invitational at our Super All Stars GT, which is happening at the end of October. 120-man event. Basically, it's going to be epic, and basically 8 players will therefore play it out from our heats to be the winner of the Invitational.
That's it, the cream of the crop, if you will.
I was about to say they're going to be the best of the best,
the best of the best.
And then on the Sunday, they'll rejoin the actual huge 120-man event to go and try and win that with a cash prize. Yeah,
absolutely. It's all to win for, and I'm sure we'll be seeing some familiar faces there. So,
big shout out to also Gaz of All Trade saying, hey, my boy Tom on the mic, missed a lot of the event, so what were some of the highlights? Well, Gaz, first of all, thank you for being a member for 30 months.
Yeah, what a legend. What a guy. What a guy.
What a Gaz.
That's it, what a Gaz. Absolutely.
We're
the man, the myth, the legend. Yep. He's here.
So basically, what were some highlights some of the highlights for me were last game we had Josh Roberts with Custodians against Chaos Knights for Peter Duff, Mike's brother, and that was really good. Both those players were really good.
Lots of war dogs on the table. An insane amount of firepower, an insane amount of combat. But the Custodians pulling through there. If you didn't check it out, they managed to pull the victory out of the claws of the war dog army. They did really well.
Though.
Moral victory.
He killed Trajan Valoris.
Trajan. There we go.
Trajan's gone crying back to the Emperor. He's gone, Daddy, they hurt my arm. Put a plaster on it, please. That was what happened there. But forget those 2 different armies now.
Yep.
ASTRA Militarum. We've got the DRUKHARI. The mission is recover the relics, which we're going to go show you the board in a second, and the deployment for that is a hammer and anvil style thing. Now you're going to see the terrain. I think is going to play a big part in this, especially for the DRUKHARI player.
Yeah.
Some objectives are quite open, and I think that's what's obviously the ASTRA Militarum are not bothered really. It's going to gun you down anyway.
Worried about that as well, and not to mention those objectives that aren't open. Mike has the mortars, and mortars go through DRUKHARI like a knife through butter, unfortunately.
T3 bodies for Drukhari,
Eesh.
and basically Mike has a way to make them strength 6.
Yeah, it's nasty, it's nasty. So either way, there will be blood in this game. Whether the Dark Eldar can get into combat with those squishy guardsmen, or whether the firepower is just going to be too much for the Dark Elves there.
Absolutely. So we're going to cross to the table now. We're going to take it to the top down, and we're going to have a look at the board. So we can see that when we pass over, we have got a lovely looking Astra Militarum being deployed on the left of your board. That is Mike. On the right of your board, you'll be able to see some Raiders, Venom, and some other Drukhari goodness being deployed on the right there as well. In the middle of the board, you'll see Mandrakes as well, which are forward deployed. They can infiltrate, so...
Yep, those sneaky Mandrakes are really good at getting in people's faces, move blocking, or tagging things in combat early on.
Yeah. So basically, Billy, I just have to fix some of our overlay, but can you talk us through the Astra Militarum list, please, if that's possible?
Absolutely, let's get started. So this is Mike Duff's army, Astra Militarum. Obviously, we're using the regimental standard Born soldiers here. Going through, we've got in the HQ slots, we have Ursula Creed herself. She's repping up there, along with the Lord Solar Leontus. So they're the two main commanders there. They're handing out rerolls. They're handing out all the good buffs that Cadian command squads do. Speaking of Cadian command squads, backing up them, there is an actual Cadian command squad with the Finial of Nemrodesh. I think I pronounced that right. So this is the Relic, and this is the one that ignores to hit modifiers and ignores any rules that the opponent may have, that ignores rules such as feel no pain or wound caps and stuff like that. There's also a tank commander in there. You can't leave home without one in the new Imperial Guard Codex. They're that good. He's taking the Gatekeeper Relic, which is the better battle cannon, and I'm sure he'll be popping off shots there and doing some real damage. Into the troops, it's a lot of Cadian shock troopers. Each squad has 2 plasma guns and a Vox caster there. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cadian shock troop squads there, and that fills out the troop slots. Going into the elites, we've got a commissar, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 squads of Kasakin. They're amazing. They just chuck out the mortal wounds like crazy. The new Guard Codex really brought this new unit in with some real good rules there. So they are dishing out a lot of mortal wounds. One of those squads has, of course, the Barbican Ski. So this is something that allows him to pick up one of those squads and deep strike them in, basically. So he'll be able to pick up a squad once in the game and bring it down anywhere on the table. Standard deep strike rules apply there. Fast attack, just 2 scout sentinels. They're good at hopping on objectives and doing some of the secondary scoring that Mike needs. And then we've got the mortar teams that I spoke about earlier. 3 of those heavy weapons teams with 3 bases in each, all with mortars, as I said. Really good at getting behind terrain and doing the damage, especially to low toughness armies like the Drukhari. We've also got some Leman Russ executioners, the plasma executioners. So there's 3 of those battle tanks in there, all with the plasma and heavy flamer orientations there, and 1 Chimeria finishing off the list. So that's the Imperial Guard there. A lot of guns to bear, a lot of relics that will allow repositioning and to enhance the firepower that they've already got. So it's really good. A really strong list. We've seen Mike do really well with it so far this tournament. And let's see how he does against the Dark Eldar.
Yeah, so Dark Eldar, Robert, been on stream. Now, Robert is like the master of bringing like a little bit of everything. MSU, there's like 5 mans of this and 5 girls of that and 5 witches here, there, and everywhere. So, Robert, I'm going to quickly talk through his list as well. Robert is really good with this. He's played Drukhari for a long time, actually. He's come to quite a few of our events, and he knows his stuff. So, one thing that he's bringing a real space raid, which is basically like, I like to describe it's like you've gone to the buffet and you've gone for a bit of everything.
That's it.
I want a few Cabalites, I want a few homunculus covens, and I want a few witch cult. Yeah, and you sort of gone.
It's an all-you-can-eat smorgasbord of
debauchery,
yes.
and like just madness and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk us through it. Basically, it's gone for Black Heart, which is reroll 1 hit roll. You get +1 leadership and +1 for the power from pain table for the Cabalite side of things. Prophets of Flesh, which is basically transhuman up to strength 8, and the homunculus gets a wound in the combat phase, like regenerates wounds and stuff. And he's gone for a custom cult, which is Blade Artists. On a 5+, you get an extra AP and +1 to wound vehicles and monsters and stuff. So just some of the overall rules for the army there. He's starting off with an Archon. This is a custom Archon who is the Warlord. Comes with a Blast Pistol, Hatred Eternal and the Husk Blade. And he has the Jin Blade as well. So that is a very tooled-up Archon, very killy, and really easy to hide. You can like tuck him in a corner somewhere and charge him out and send him on a bit of a mission and stuff. That's really good. Also had Splinter Genius as well, which is a black art thing. Drazar as well, you can't leave him without the Master of Blades. That man is just... If he charges into combat with his swords just swinging around and just chops heads off. I mean, damage 3 on his hard attack, loads of attacks. Fighting first because he's Drazar. That's just the rule he has, and he's just really good. We then have an Homunculus. He has the Vexator Mask, which basically turns off Overwatch when he charges in and stuff like that. And the Alliance of Agony Warlord trait. Succubus. This Succubus still running similar stuff to what all the horrible Succubuses did in the past. The Triptych Witch, which is easier to say. I can't say that. And obviously Show Stealer for that extra sort of like fancy. For basically like fancy, is it fancy movement, or is it the one where like if you fail attacks, you get to then re-roll the attacks that you fail? I need to triple check what that is, but obviously it's very much just what everyone runs as a Succubus and stuff like that. Troops, we've got 8 Hemoxites, which are basically like exalted racks, fancy racks, right? Tougher, yep. I think they're T5 racks, just very, really nice. Hecatrix Blood Brides, a squad of 10. They're basically like exalted witches. Imagine like again, you can only get one squad of these, but they're like veteran witches. Really, really good. Cabalite Warriors, a squad of 5 with splinter rifles and a shredder. We have then 3 squads of 5 witches. These are bog standard. These will be sort of like tools. You know what I mean? Like just be like, I'm gonna do this here, this secondary here. I'm gonna just drop these off here and stuff like that.
Yep.
We then have 3 squads of 5 Incubi. Incubi are horrible. Loads of attacks. Nice AP, nice damage output, really, really good. 2 squads of 5 Mandrakes, as you can see, really good for sort of like utility, either early, deploying right in the midboard and shutting down sort of like people's movement. You'll see he's done a bit of move blocking there with those in the middle. Fast attack, we have 2 squads of 5 Hellions. Hellions fast, do a lot of nice damage. 1 squad of 3 Reavers, those are the jet pikes, and then we have 3 Raiders with Dark Lancers and Grizzly trophies. One of them has a shock prow, maybe that's just for some points, and then 2 Venoms with splinter cannons and splinter rifles. That brings him in at 2,000 points. That looks good to me.
It does, yeah. I'll just clear up a small mistake I made there. I did say 4 Kazakin. I meant to say 3. Of course, the rule of 3 limits them.
You were allowed to bring 4. You would bring 4. That's
of course you would. Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see at the moment, we're just tidying up some of the score overlay. Apparently decided in lunch, even the score overlay went on lunch, and we're just fixing some bits and pieces there. But what do we think of who's going to win this? All right, we've got an entire gun line just basically set up on the back of Objective 6. It's unapologetically just gone, I am going to shoot you. Come at me, bruh.
Exactly. Yeah. And can the Dark Eldar touch what they need to touch and lock it down, destroy the damage dealing units of that Imperial Guard list? Can they get onto objectives? Can they score what they need to score, even if they end up dying after? That's the key thing. No, it doesn't necessarily matter how much of your army you lose. You need to use that army wisely to score the points. So let's see if Robert can do that here today. We're
just going to talk through some of the secondaries very quickly. As you can see, behind enemy lines for Robert, he's making no apology that he's going to be charging forward and trying to get some units into Mike's deployment zone and table half and stuff like that. So he's fast. He's got Hellions. He's got Reaver jet bikes. He's got things that can come in from reserve. He's hoping that he's going to be able to literally just swamp Mike, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got to sort of limit what that firepower can do, and unfortunately, there's nowhere to hide away from these mortars when they're getting the strength buffs, the reroll buffs, and the ignores wound modifiers and stuff like that. That these characters in the Astra Militarum army can put out there.
Yep, absolutely. Also, take them live as a Drukhari one. Drukhari secondary, and obviously no prisoners is kill things that have wounds and get points. And I think Robert's gone, well, I think I'm going to have to. And if we look at the secondaries for Mike's gone for Inflexible Command, which is the Astra Militarum one. Boots on the ground and raise the banners. Basically just going to be thinking about playing the... he's going to be sitting back. Going to be basically like the Inflexible Command, I believe, is being within range of officers for orders and stuff like that.
Yep.
And Boots on the ground is having guard units in table quarters, I believe. So we'll triple check that one as well. But yeah,
yeah, with the Kazakin as well, that movement it allows him to score those secondaries while dishing out the damage that they do. They're a really flexible unit at the moment that can score points in numerous different ways. But essentially, Mike's saying, I don't have to really engage with you, but when I do, you know it's going to be bad for you, Drukhari player. Unfortunately, he's got the tools that will allow him to score points regardless of how much damage he does.
Yep, absolutely. Couldn't agree more with you on that one. So we'll just let us know who you're rooting for in the chat, guys. Are you a guard player? Are you a guard player? Are you a Drukhari player? Let us know. What's your thoughts so far, Billy? If you were to put money on someone, who is it?
I'm looking at this setup now. I'm looking at how good Guard have been doing this tournament already. And I'm sort of leaning towards the Guard, but Robert's an experienced player. He's definitely got a plan going into this game. It's just at the minute, I think the new hotness of the Imperial Guard have the slight edge here. But let's see if Robert can pull something off.
Now, got to say a big shout out to JCM from Meta Mondays. Now, JCM, legend who does sort of like, he does rundowns on armies on competitive 40k Reddit. And then, excuse me. Take it away, Billy. And then Mikey basically just rips it off and he's like, hey, JCM's doing all this hard work and working out what armies are doing well and stuff like that. So we have to say big shout out to JCM. Make sure you go follow his competitive 40k rundowns on Reddit. Where he says, let's go Guard. How have I'm assuming, how have they performed overall this weekend at your event, boys? Performed really well. We've got, I think it's the most dominant faction. This is the first time that we've seen this codex in operation at one of our events. Probably for quite a lot of events around the country as well. Certainly in the UK for sure. And obviously they are dominant. I mean, you can't shake their DACA. Their DACA is really good. We have put a bit of a house ruling, which was made clear to all the players, where the mortal wounds for Kazakin only stack to 6 on like a unit, so you can't split and try and get multiple mortal wounds on several units, because we feel like that's a bit of a rules mistake.
You can seriously put out a heap of damage with those if you start split firing off, and it gets silly at a certain point.
Yep. So, but other than that, we're expecting them to do well. There's again some really, really good guard players here, and obviously Mike really repping at the top table right now for them. I would, if I was a betting man, I would say that Mike is in the driving seat to potentially walk into the final, potentially against somebody, who knows, maybe Mr. Josh Roberts will be back, but Robert is going to try and stop him.
Absolutely. He's not going down without a fight, and I'm sure he can definitely score some points here. If not, snag victory away from the claws of this oppressive army that has come through the ranks, and really, really been doing well this weekend.
So you'll see as well, Robert's gone first. Those Drukhari are on the move.
Yep, they're
literally
ready to
on
roll.
The move. Yeah, you see the mandrakes coming up the right there. You've got mandrakes in the middle that have pushed on furthermore. You've got some either Hellions or Reaver jetbikes at the top of your board. I'll need to triple check what they are.
They're the jetbikes up there.
The jetbikes,
I think the Hellions, I think he was discussing whether to put them in strategic reserve or not.
Right, okay.
So I don't know if they're hanging around in strategic reserve, ready to come in from the table edges or deep striking.
And also Robert basically saying, like, basically both of these places straight up, like, the terrain doesn't benefit Robert on this one. There's not enough cover against a guard army like that can effectively hammer and anvil deployment. They can backline. And the amount of distance they have between each other's armies is huge. It's not a Dawn of War one where you're like, the Drukhari aren't going to make a turn 1 charge, I don't think. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Those mandrakes might try and charge a tank.
There's a chance there. Yeah. There's a chance. Obviously, it will be forcing Mike to sort of spend some CP on Overwatch should he need to. It depends on how much of a threat he thinks those five mandrakes are. Exactly.
The other thing is, I know that Mike really values putting heavy flame sponsons on, and in Overwatch, when you're rolling basically 3d6 shots, right? It's like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll just have to see what happens there. It's going to be a decent charge range to make. It's certainly not going to be an auto. It'll just be yeah, if he does call Overwatch, we're likely to see those mandrakes disappear, unfortunately.
If anyone heard a bang on stream, then unfortunately that was me dropping my microphone. I have literally got butterfingers after we've had our lunch there, Billy. But I think Robert was basically saying to me he's going to have to go for it. He's going to have to try and even, like, not even effectively try and not play the mission. He's just going to have to try and, like, he's going to have to go for the kill game. Hence why I think some of his secondaries are quite aggressive behind enemy lines, no prisoners. Take them alive, stuff like that. So
exactly, get in his face, deal the damage that he needs to do. He's just got to do it with taking minimal casualties, as Drukhari need to perform.
Yep. So as we move towards sort of the end of Robert's movement phase, we're going to join the lads. We got player audio here, so we can hear what they're talking about and thinking, and we'll just we'll butt in between and add our little two penneth, won't we, Billy? So let's see where Robert and Mike are at.
So if I go a dude there,
Yeah, as long as you're outside.
and then move all of them this way.
Perfecto.
It's really nice playing people when you like just talk shit out.
Yeah, what's the point in not giving you those measurements then going, oh, actually, you left them a millimeter out. I can see that
Yep.
sword.
Oop.
I know we discussed it, but I can see a sword.
My Archon, he's so bad for it. You see there with his sword poking straight
he's got
out.
the full-
Yeah, he's got a full glaive. Worst conversion
Yeah,
idea
I
ever.
will never
Oh,
draw lines.
do you mind if I just like rotate him a touch?
be on
Just
the
tag the
base?
objective.
Cool. Yeah, draw movement phase. It's not chess.
Cool.
Take your hands off a model. Whoa.
Whoa. Strength of a mortar is 5 or 6.
5, one of them can be 6. One of them almost always is 6.
The Monkus is going to advance. 9. Cool, that doesn't do anything because they're full. He's going to
Stay with his friends.
stay with his friends. This one I haven't moved yet, so
You don't have any other racks, just the fancy
yeah,
racks.
just fancy racks.
Fancy racks. Okay.
They survive everything but mortars. I had a full squad of flamers, a full squad of flamer hounds.
Yeah.
Shoot into them. 1. He's like, I've definitely got this. I'm like, don't think you do.
Let's see how they do against mortars.
Yeah. Cool. So do I just push with this? Yeah, I'm gonna try and claim this. Claim this side.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Fucking Kazakin.
I hadn't even noticed when you done it. Bonk. Whoosh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bide my time.
You're not gonna play that side.
Do it with $3. I think that's my movement phase. Shooting.
Shooting.
These guys
Yep.
gonna shoot. Guardsmen.
Come on, guardsman.
Transhuman? Yeah.
Don't betray me. No, what strength are you?
4.
4. No, I'm not transhuman.
Are they all in range?
It's 18, isn't it?
Yeah. I had 3 racks in one of my other games. Take 4 wounds off for Redemptor to kill it. Freaking 2 6s to wound was all it did, and he failed all his
They're
saves.
great.
They advanced to 4s.
Mandrakes are just really, really good.
If they weren't fine cast and you couldn't buy them anymore, I'd probably,
Oh, yeah,
I'll
that's
probably be
that's
running
the worst,
25 of them.
I quite like to have the tree from Age of Sigmar, the tree model to choose from.
Yeah. No mortals,
And
but 5 at -1.
5 minus 1, that's 6s. 4 die.
Cool.
Let's
Back 4.
lose
Back 4.
back 4.
Back 4.
Oh, that's no, he's not going to
Get rid of the box.
I can lose the box. Normally,
Cool.
I always keep the boxes. It's like
Yeah.
the main one to keep.
Yeah, because now it's going to make your voice command quite hard, isn't it? You can put it back if you want.
But I can lose those points and take the boots on the ground points earlier instead. And
Yeah, cool. Cool. That's 1 squad. That's full squad there, isn't it?
Full squad at 10 here. It's question
Who
22.
can? So this guy can. This guy.
So the line falls to that corner there, not to this
Is that,
wall?
is that corner?
Yeah.
So no, can't. Cool. So
Oh, not that.
2.
2.
And then the other 3. I cut. You've like.
I've blocked up here.
I can see under your sponsor. That's.
Yeah, you
that
can see
feels-
under this guy into the shooting.
Can I?
Yeah. It's. Well, you've got to be like
So
almost directly.
those 2, we'll be able to see through there.
Let's see if the one. The front yeah, and easy.
So 2.
2.
And this guy will shoot. What's he gonna shoot? He's gonna shoot that.
Okay.
So 2 over here. On 4s. And give me 2 6s, please.
1 second.
1 save, 1 mortal.
This was the over here. One
Yeah.
save. Save failed, so 2 die. Bonk, bonk.
Cool. Into the Cascan. Ooh, -1 hurt there. 1 save.
We've got a guy in cover. Oh, a hot shot volley, but that's okay. We'll take on the hot shot
Watch out,
volley.
Billy. Cool.
He's okay.
Cool. Then into a tank. Yes.
Oh, strength 4, so
yes.
1 save.
One.
I failed
Yeah. So you take 2 on his tank.
That was which one do you want to shoot at? Then?
that one.
This one or
That
that one?
So I've got.
Because you got other stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh, I don't actually, but yeah. Yeah, should have been that way.
Oh yeah, you should.
All good. So yeah, just gonna shoot a dark lance into that boy, that plasma boy.
Okay.
3s are rolling. 4s. Nope. Not gonna spend CP on that. How many CP do I have? 2. Do I need CP for anything? Starting to get them bracketed early would be quite nice. No, it's fine. Because I'm going to want to lightning fast constantly.
Yeah.
But the cool thing there was that a Mandrake managed to plink 2 wounds off of Leman Russ.
Yeah.
Mandrake's earning their way already. I imagine those Mandrakes are about to charge into that Sentinel, which is looking likely. Oh no, he's going into the Guardsman. So let's see how far he gets. So it looks like he's got what he needs, and then he's going to effectively try and pile into that Sentinel, I believe, as well, and just shut that Sentinel down.
Yeah, he's just gotta tag what he can here.
Yep.
Make sure that he's tied up in combat and can't be shot, and then obviously stop
Sentinels are no slouch in combat though. These days they've got They've got a chainsword if he's taking it as an option, and you just be like chop some Mandrakes, and then I believe the Mandrakes in the middle of the board are about to go in. It looks like the Mandrakes there around Objective 2 are charging some Guardsmen through the wall. Take the dice off so we can have a nice look at where they're going to be.
Yeah, I think they were saying they're just going to pop them on top for now, and then we're going to figure out where they all will go underneath.
And then I think the idea is if those Mandrakes can clear those guards, maybe like sort of pile through onto touch a tank again, or then therefore you don't get the Overwatch because you just consolidate and pile into a tank basically. So he's starting in the fight phase now, so it's just those 2 charges. Looks like he's starting with the Mandrakes that he's just charged in. Makes complete sense. I don't imagine 4 Guardsmen at the top of the board will be too much issue in case Mike decides to interrupt. So here we go. Let's pass it back to the boys to see how he gets on in the combat phase.
Buff. Is there a sergeant? Oh, the sergeant was at the back. He was smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Smart
chilling with the guys with plasma.
I'll be honest, I didn't think that through.
3s. That's
What are they winning on, by the way?
3s.
3s.
Do you want a chance?
No. Do mortals in combat as well?
Oh, I wish. I would be running 30 if that was the case. So 6s will go straight through.
6 go straight through.
So 2 die. 2, 4, 6.
6 AP1s.
Yep.
That's 8 die total.
Cool.
Let's lose 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not worried about the sergeant. 5, 6, 7. And I've got this last under here. Put some stuff back forwards. Let's get that.
Cool, and I would have had to roll something really fucking big to get the wrap off. So you can get to... He has to get close to him. He has to get close to him, so yeah. I had to roll something really big to get the wrap. Now just come in and base. Here's the... Oh, he was back a bit, so he'll get to like there. He'll be basing that guy.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. Over that side.
Over
there. Cool. 3 and 1. So it's a guardsman.
You didn't charge the guardsman, so
I didn't.
just get some flaps into the sentinel.
1, 2, 3. That's good because I even didn't roll the right amount of attacks. It's got it completely wrong.
Maybe they do kill sentinel. T6.
But so 2 at AP2, 1 at AP1.
2 at AP2, 6s, 1 at AP1. So just take 1.
Cool. Now I'm thinking about it, I should have wrapped this guy. Whoops.
6.
Let's do that. Cool.
And is he wrapped? Or is he not?
Actually, this guy's gonna come over off the objective
Well,
because behind enemy lines is the thing.
yeah.
Get me a point. Because you don't get anything for holding this, do you?
Well, primary for not right now because it's turn 1. So no,
cool.
That's all.
Cool.
So have you wrapped the sentinel?
I can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I can if he goes there. Yeah. So he can't get out.
You happy? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Some slaps back. Regular sergeant over there. So management taking combat.
Yeah, much money here, yeah.
Vibes.
Told you.
4s. 2 saves, please.
Cool. Yeah, kill him because getting the. Oh, if I kill him, you're still wrapped.
Yeah, cool.
I'll give him back too.
Oh, thank you.
So, other than me telling the lads to actually roll the dice in the box, Mike, basically we're just doing some attacks back there. Those mandrakes seem to have sort of locked the sentinel in the corner, which is actually really nice, unless they get actually wiped, because mandrakes aren't tough.
No, they're not as durable. They have the impact, but it's not enough to keep them alive. The mandrakes taking out the guardsman squad in that L-shaped building on the right-hand side of your screen. There was guardsmen up there, but the majority of them, as Invasive Wargame was asking, is behind that crate, the Chimera and the Leman Russes at the bottom of our screen there.
But yes, also to Invasive Wargame is saying, I roll the guard basically behind that crate. Yes, all I'm saying is the guard have managed to form an orderly queue behind a crate, and they are all waiting for their moment to run out for the Emperor. Bayonets fixed, and they're going to charge forwards. That's what's really going to happen, right?
Yeah, definitely. Mike's going to wait for his moment to strike. As soon as those Dark Eldar come close, those las guns and plasma guns are going to rain fire down on them.
Yep. So behind there as well, there's 9 mortar bases. There are some Kazakin just waiting for their moment to shine with their flashy guns, their hotshot las guns and volley guns and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. You've got the load solo on the right there. Chimera, 2 Russes. One of them's a tank commander. Plasma goodness. This guard army looks good. It's in formation, ready to move out. Do what it needs to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
James saying guard can sit back and mortar D into oblivion. Yes. So the mortars will, although they have the negative indirect buffs. So like if you're shooting something that you can't see, it's -1 and they get +1 save. They negate it by the order take aim. They also get re-rolls because they're core. So, for example, you can give them that. Ursula Creed can also give them +1 strength. So they're already base strength 5 mortars in the codex. Yeah, don't ask me why they moved from strength 4 to strength 5. I don't know either. Can go up to strength 6. Most Dark Eldar are T3. It's going to be basically 9d6 shots, effectively.
Yep.
Whatever you get, you're rolling to hitting on 3s. Then you're probably going to be re-rolling, and you're going to be winning most stuff on 2s or 3s if you decide to shoot some bikes or whatever, or Hellions or something like that. So it's brutal, right? And that's before you even take the Kazakin into play, yeah?
Yeah, and then anything that those mortars aren't targeting, the Kazakin can come down and just chuck out mortal wounds like Oprah. Here's a mortal wound. Here's a mortal wound.
You get a mortal wound. No, you get a mortal wound.
Exactly. And it's not just the one either. They're very good at it.
So we've just come to the end of Robert's turn. I should be able to see. He scored himself 3 for behind enemy lines, 3 for take them alive, but it's only added to 13. That, for me, doesn't look right. Therefore, I need to quickly check how that's... Because I think that might be a screen formatting editing rather than a BCP, rather than a ITC battles editing. So I'm going to cross back to the lads. I'm going to go fix that and we'll be back soon.
Yeah. Doesn't make a difference against them. So, but the T5, so the... So it's all fine.
Yeah. It's all 4s, no matter what you do.
I could put a unit of Kazakin over here. Just rinse those 2 transports and that, but they don't kill 2 transports with the mortals. It's
the -1 and the Invan can spike, or your sniper rifle will just pop one by itself.
But that is the first roll, mate. Sniper rifle dead. But you do get saves, so that's. But mortars probably. But I'd like to put loads of mortars. So where did Oh, you're still with them. So you're getting that objective anyway.
Yeah. Here's the guy who gets back up as well on a 2-up.
These are defensively.
T4, 2 wounds, 5 up, 6 up. They squish
5
if they
up, 6 up, being feel no pain, or 5 up, save, 6 up.
Invuln.
So no feel.
No feel, no pain.
So they die.
No feel, no pain anyway.
That's what I was asking. I was like, do I get value out of ignoring a feel no pain? So how much can you hold me? That is the 48 to the front of your unit?
48. So the back 2 are out.
Back 2 is that the red unit?
Yeah, those 2.
That's the back unit. Okay. So they go into the bikes. So bikes are 2 wounds.
T4.
5 up.
4 up, 6 up.
4 up. Slightly better save. Cool. Okay. I like playing on the clock because I don't really have to worry about rushing my my turns.
That's why
so
it's so stressful. But when you like need time to think,
I've
it's
got
just
broke
like
mine last week and I haven't got a new one
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
But normally I like it because like people say, oh, it's so stressful on the clock, but I'm just like, it's the easiest thing in the world. I don't have to, if I time out, it's on me. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Every game this weekend has gone time for me.
Mine have been over very quickly, quite often.
Yeah.
So I got this right.
I talk a lot of shit too, though. So.
So just whilst those boys are talking through Mike's first turn, and as people have said, explaining the flag, which basically the Relic banner for Astra Militarum is just disgusting on every level. It's like, oh, also we ignore phase caps in this aura range. Also, it's the command squad range, so therefore like everything's within range.
Yep.
Also, you can't take any feel no pains, as Robert was explaining. That's important when you've got something like power from pain, which gives you feel no pains and stuff like that. Mortars they're like bombs that drop Lascannon shots. They're just freaking insane, you know what I mean? Probably Coco saying, yeah, how did he get 3 and take them alive? Yeah, that was just a formatting error on the screen, but we have fixed that. He has 3 for behind enemy lines because he got some mandrakes back there. So that's a good one. And yeah, James is right. As I said, hitting on 3s meant hitting on 4s, but when you're rerolling everything, you might as well just auto hit, right? That's the rule. So, let us know if you're enjoying everything and everything's looking and sounding good as well. Are we sounding good? Do you like us talking to you like this? Billy, say something naughty, but like not too naughty. It gets us deleted off YouTube.
Something naughty. Let's have a think.
Like
Basically, anything the Drukhari would do in the fluff is enough to get you striked on YouTube or something. So
yeah, would you rather spend your life on Commorat or would you rather spend your life on Krieg? I know we're not playing. There's no Krieg guards on there, but what would be the worst place to be brought up? Bear in mind, in Krieg, you're at the age of 6 and you know how to disassemble a lasgun, and also you think that the greatest thing you can do in life is die for the Emperor.
I suppose on Commorat, you've got the potential. It's a very, very small potential.
Yeah.
To rise through the ranks and inflict some horrible, gruesome pain on other people, rather than have it inflicted to you. But you'd have to be better than a superhuman, almost immortal, crazy elf space person. Yep. Probably it's not going to happen, let's be honest, if you're just a regular human.
However, I like the idea of the homunculus covenants just being a bit like, I can, if you give me like slaves, I will keep you alive with regenerative work forever, like the longest living dark elf ever. Like, hey, I brought you a new slave today. It's Monday. Can I also have a facelift again and make sure that I look young and
Monday is slave day.
Yeah, Monday's slave day. Also, I love the idea of like the sport over there is basically you're going to go to an arena, a witch cult arena, and you're going to watch people fight it out. What have we got today? We've got a lizard with 5 arms battling a space marine. Fight for your life, you know what I mean? So that's always really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going for
Elder
Commorat.
Scrolls Arena in a way, really. But...
Yeah. I'm telling you now, Commorat is going to be cooler than like being on Krieg. Krieg would be boring as hell, man.
Yeah, I suppose as well, if you're going to die on Commorat, there's a potential it's going to be very quick as well. Krieg, you're going to endure a lifetime up until you reach the battlefield of just being punished and dragged through the dirt, and it's going to be miserable.
No, so let's be honest. Krieg are at the happiest when they finally get to the battlefield and they just run happy into the enemy.
Salvation at last.
Yes. Commissar's like, no, slow down. It's fine. Honestly, just take your time. You can die you can die on my time, but right now I need you to actually kill something first. So yeah.
Unless you're the Kriegsman that's allocated the shovel.
Oh my god, the power shovel.
And then you are the happiest man alive.
Yeah, call it the puvel, the power shovel.
The puvel.
Yeah, I actually think like there should be one shovel that's just like a super relic shovel that's like -4 d6 damage. Just call it like I don't know, just something that's just gonna like absolutely wreck face. Better than like a Space Marine power fist like that.
But it doesn't improve the. It should be like
strength 1,
strength user, AP dash.
Yeah.
And then like damage like 10.
Right, yeah. And if you manage to wound somehow and get through the armor save, you can
only make 1 attack.
And every time you use it, you have to use you have to have the sound effect clonk.
Yeah, you need an actual shovel.
Yeah.
And to bonk people.
So sorry about our mad ramblings, but every so often we go off a tangent. But I just want to say hello to loads of new names and people that I'm not used to seeing. So if you are new, please do us a favor. Right, if you're watching right now, I want more likes on the stream. I don't want much in life. Can you just like the stream for me right now? Go on, tickle that button, and also say something to us in chat. Say something beautiful. Give us a compliment. Tell us what armies you're working on. That's all I want from you all, okay? And then when actual proper serious Warhammer 40k movement starts happening, we're going to actually pass back to the boys for serious competitive 40k, and we'll go on some mad ramblings off mic. It's fine.
I think at the minute he's just dishing out his orders,
Yep.
doing all the command phase stuff that Astra Militarum come along with.
No, absolutely. And also, like, let's be honest, the Astra Militarum, this is where I don't actually envisage too much movement. I genuinely don't. I mean, maybe one of the Kazakin squads are going to do a bit of a teleport, or maybe do a bit of a pop out of a Chimera and sort of like see if they can get eyes on something. But I'll be honest with you, like, why do the Astra Militarum need to move? They just want to kill, right? They'll start moving in turn 3. They'll not even probably put the engines on yet. That's what I mean, so.
Just warming those gun barrels up, just rubbing the prayer lotion on it. The tech priests are in the back of the battle lines, just hymning their hums and blessing the god machine spirits that live within those ancient machines.
You played Dawn of War Dark Crusades where it was like, just warm in the engine, my lord. You know, if you click on it, it's just like, click on it, it's just the Chimera sat still, just going, just warm in the engine, my lord. That's basically what's going on. There's some fumes pumping, and then that's all of that entire, like, box of guardsmen on the left of the screen. I feel like they're all just going to, like, do a sort of a and march, and just, like, climb over the crate together. So, I'll have to see how it goes. Still saying I liked it because Mikey's hat is no longer on stream. Which is Mikey's hat? Have I missed something? Does Mikey have a hat? If so, we need to steal it or something. All right?
Maybe it's not about dice cam also being hat cam from time to time.
Yes, maybe. That's true, yeah. GMC saying, as always, I'm hard at work in the depths of Comorra with the flesh crafters building some new grotesques to terrify real space with. Grotesques are cool, man.
Excellent. There's some serious potential for conversion there. I love the idea of GW not releasing most up-to-date models and just letting the home brewers craft up their own.
Because the idea about grotesque, right, is that they are just whatever's in the homunculus' brain to somehow create, right? They're just sort of like beasts of random flesh just thrown together with arms, heads, and berserkness. You know what I mean? And
that's
like
it. It's
injected with stimuluses and whatever
growth
else.
Hormones and adrenaline boosters, and then just like the random bits of machine that they'll just add on to them as well, just to make them angrier. It's almost like creating a faux Angron.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're just sort of just doing some pre-measuring, which all the best players know is the most important thing. You've got to know how far you can get and where you can get to. So what I think we'll do now is we'll jump back to the boys. Let's have a listen to what they're saying, and we see how far they've sort of got with actually Mike doing something. So let's have a chat with them now.
So just pick up the bikes. And then it's also really high up, so it's kind of difficult for you to deal with.
Yeah, because I need to go.
So this guy,
engagement is, so I need to go up 4 inches to engage him.
10 here. Seeing through there doesn't get anything because you've correctly played that angle. So he's not actually going to move anywhere forward. He's just going to tuck himself like this.
Cowards. Cowards.
Behind this guy. Give me another shot over that way if need be. Okay. Let's move back up here.
Cool.
Run away.
Run forward.
Bonk.
Oh, how many CP do I have, and how many guys were you in engagement range of?
1, 2, 3. Roll 3 for a 6.
Because you can't get anything else on that objective.
This guy can
You won't
probably
be able to.
not. No, you might not be able to.
So do I spend a CP?
I could, if you spend it, I could get a unit out of there and run onto there, but it's Kazakin, so that's like it's a good spend of a unit.
I'll put some on me. Because the other thing is I just leave him alive and use him as a slingshot.
I charge you.
I really want to use that strat because I've never used it before.
Cut them down.
I'm not going to use it. I'm going to roll your dice. Cool.
And people say these dice are weighted. That should have been 3 6s. Didn't spend so long microwaving them for this. Let's fall these ones back.
Cool.
Although I am shooting into combat there, but that's fine. We don't want them to risk them being alive. So I'm just going to pop these to over here.
Cool.
And then we'll go. He stays in combat. This guy has to fall back. Just a little bit away. And then we'll go into moving these.
So yes, anywhere up there, wasn't it?
1,
Yeah.
2,
Don't your plasmas down lower? I think all of them are going to fit.
Pardon? Oh yeah, someone's gonna have to go down a level.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't your plasmas down low because they're probably the worst ones, aren't they?
yeah, maybe. Let's see what it looks like, because the sergeant definitely goes down though, because he's just got a pistol, so he's not doing anything.
Cool. Except getting charged next time.
And then we get another guy upstairs, right? Push him in there. Into there. That's one more fix up there. With the hot shot volley, and then the sniper. Can you do me a very awkward check and tell me
So you can go there.
can he see the bike?
If he comes this way a touch.
Just the end of this right?
Yeah, just a touch. Just there you can see the radar.
Oh, you can see the radar?
Yeah, you can see
Oh,
the tip.
even
The
better.
bikes are too low.
Even better. And then radar, all within 24. All got happy ranges and visibility. Yeah. Into the shooting phase.
Cool.
Everyone's favorite guard phase. I'm gonna start with I need to
This guy, so you don't care. No options.
3 shots. 5s. 1 or 2 wins.
Cool.
1 guy dies. Now I need to read that acceptable loss of stratagem. Oh yeah, the box. The box. Yeah, we've both got no excuses.
You should know what to expect then.
One or two that is not within engagement. Until the end of your phase, models in that version can target that enemy unit even if it was in the. Each time a model makes a target unit that attacks it, well, cannot be rerolled in on the most roll. Engagement of that target. It hits my unit instead, which is fine. Cool. Once you pick,
What are you doing?
shoot into combat.
Where are you in combat? There. Didn't
Yeah.
you just shoot that? Oh, that was that.
No, that,
oh,
was
there.
that was him shooting into
Okay.
combat because he's actually in combat.
If you fell back with them or not?
No, I'm paying 1 to shoot this guy
Into a friendly.
into a friendly combat with
Cool. Cool.
the heavy flamers.
Cool.
And then the main gun is going to fire into the raider. Can you see the raider?
No.
No. Can you see the bikes?
Nope.
Then I'm going to shoot the plasma as well.
Cool.
So the heavy flamers. 10. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Threes.
10. Threes.
7. Look at us remembering.
82s. Good job. Did the job. He did a thing.
So tempting to Vec that.
Yeah, I mean that's a good one, but it doesn't. It'll come up a lot more against you, but
Yeah.
it doesn't come up too much. But now here's your chance for the fun vect. No, let's save that. Because if
Should we just assume I'm going to do it?
I'm gonna. Well, no, I might not use the strat, so I'm gonna shoot him into the
Cool.
vehicle.
There's no. So what can? So you got
Box.
3 tanks. You can see it.
Yeah, 3 tanks to see it.
Cool.
So
I'm not
the
going to
big
bother.
tank first. 6 plus 3 is full 9.
So you're on 4s?
Because am I -1 something?
Oh no. Oh yeah. 3s with the turret.
Yeah, 3 to touch, so reroll 1s as well, because you got reroll 1s per guy.
Overcharging?
This isn't plasma.
Sure.
2
Oh, this is it.
autos, and 3's a strength 9. 5
5?
saves, please.
Inverts. 3 go through.
9 damage.
1 less.
Plasma, Lascannon even. Hits on a 4. Oh.
Nope.
Wounds.
Cool.
Kills him.
Doesn't matter. Blood Ride's going to hop out here because you can't see him.
Yeah, no, these I can see the back of the bike with a lot of this unit.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, from here there's an easy for 1, 2.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a
Yeah,
couple
these
of
3 can't.
Yeah,
these
those 3
bikes,
can't.
yeah,
Never
for
mind, else can.
It's
So-
2 hot shot volley, 1 hot shot volley, and 2 plasma, and 2 last guns and a sniper rifle.
Cool. Get my Blood Rides out. I'll just roll. They're going to get basically in here, hidden from
I can
things.
save from those. That checks out. Oh, what?
2.
It's less for the mortar to deal with.
So that raider gone, Billy, and you'll be able to see the Hecatrix Blood Brides just sort of getting out now. The difficulty that Robert has here, as he was just discussing, he's just trying to keep them out of sight of those Khazgin, which have, I believe, used the Barbican's key to just go and basically the key has opened a door on the top of the terrain in the middle of the board, and they've just gone, oh, this is cool. We can
Yeah.
see things.
Massive field of view from up on top of that building there. Pretty much only the L shapes in the top left, bottom right that he can't see behind. So he's going to be trying to target those bikes, trying to target those blood brides that have just spilled out there. He's got a lot of options there shooting.
So yeah, they're just working out like the split of how the Kazakin are shooting into what. We have ruled again that he can only get the mortals up to 6 on one unit. Can't split and get loads of mortals everywhere. But we'll see how he decides to split. So it looks like he's doing 9 las gunshots into the blood brides. And what I'll do is I'm going to cross back and we'll see how this rolls up.
Oh, ballistic skill.
Ballistic skill is 3, but those are already at -1 for
and you're
heavy.
full rerolling.
I've got full rerolls, so that's already -1.
Cool.
So
Go for it. I'm not going to light him because of full rerolls.
So last guns first. Let's do the plasma first. Cause...
Do you single damage? Come on. No overcharge. Sorry, overcharge. That's 2 anyway.
Yeah, I'm overcharging. But 2 auto wounds.
Is it?
It is.
1 dice.
The sniper. Hits.
Yay!
Sniper wounds.
Strength. Isn't he strength 3 still?
It's strength 5.
Strength 5, is it? I thought it was like a weird
3
one.
damage. Kills 1. And then let's do all these last. And I can do the volleys.
There's 2 wounds left, mate.
Rerolling 1s.
I'm rerolling everything, mate.
3s. Yeah, remembering which ones I was actually rerolling. So
Oh no, if you did it.
1 auto, and your toughness 4.
4, yeah.
So 5s with the gold and 4s with the silver.
2?
Well, I got reroll still.
Oh, you get full
Much better.
full
Full
rerolls.
rerolls. So
So
that's
two
all AP2 1
plasmas?
damage. So 5 AP2 1 damage. That was all hot shot.
It's all same.
And last one.
Oh, he's trying. Oh wait, no, you've got minus lots, don't you?
Yeah, minus 2.
Cool. Yep, squad.
Didn't spend a CP, which is nice. This guy, flamers over here,
Yep.
and the main gun, because why not?
How many flames you got there? 3 units.
3d6.
Just want to pass them over.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we will. Yeah, it's 8 heavy flames.
Yeah.
So let's start them all.
-1 to hit though.
So it's most important.
-1 to hit with heavy flames doesn't do anything. I'm also glad that Robert just picked them up and was like, yeah, let's not worry about this.
Yeah, when you've got 3d6 shots and you roll more than 12.
And also
Rough.
there was I think there was 3 tanks there that all had flamers as well. You're literally just like, oh my god, that's a lot.
If that one Leman Russ done, the rest will.
Yeah, absolutely. So cross back to the boys now. Let's see how this goes.
And choose your roll ones. Oh, well, look at those sixes. That's
What were we saying about weighted dice?
Right, dice.
Oh, there's 2 left.
Okay. 4 witches. The next mortar squad.
Split fire. Split fire. Do it.
I'm not split fire. I always. But I will. Next mortar squad wants to go 5.
Into Hellions.
Yeah, into the Hellions.
Cool.
Which is going to be the back red squad.
Cool.
Into Hellions. Only 6 shots. Do you want to let you fast? It doesn't help you, but you can if you want to.
Thank you. You're so kind.
You can call me Dick on stream as well. 1 auto, T4, so 3s roll ones. Just 3 saves.
3? Taking it over the cover. Thank God that didn't make a difference, will it? So minus.
What's your
1?
save base?
5, so we'll have 4 up.
So if you get cover, then.
So
the
I mean, 3 up. Then what's your AP? Because you can't see them.
So no, so it's AP 1 and you get your so you save as always whatever your armor save is plus cover.
Okay, 4s.
So 4s.
So cool.
So just 1.
Good. Luckily, I rolled right.
Yeah, that's right.
Rolled right.
It worked out.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do 1 more. I'm going to split 5 because you told me to do it. Put 1 into the witches and 2 over here.
Cool.
So the 1 into the witches.
Roll the 1.
5 shots. 1s. Misses. 3s. Reroll 1s. 4 saves on the witches, please.
Roll the 6s, please. Cool.
Got him. 1, 2. Only 3 shots. Only one hit. Three at once. Nope. Mortars.
Well, you did it right here. That would have been a big problem for you.
Yeah, it would have been. You're right. That's why I didn't want that there. Okay.
So your teleport's done now. No more
Yeah, no more
teleports.
teleports.
Cool.
No more teleports. All done. Just for a little unit.
Cool.
It's
Points.
going on my phone.
Break them body and
let
soul.
me just check for boots. Orders here.
These guys messed you up.
Don't have a Vox.
So the boys just totting up now. Mike's bottom of turn 1 for Mike. That's turn 1 done for both these players. And Mike just doing what he had to do. Mortars, Kazakin, picked up 3 of the Reaver jet bikes, picked up a Raider, picked up a squad of Hecatrix Blood Brides.
Yep.
Some Mandrakes are gone. Brutal, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a target priority at this point for Mike. What can he keep away from him? And can he just overwhelm them with firepower?
Yeah, as well. The thing that gets me as well, that those are effectively, Mike has a good reach across his borders in range-wise, yeah? But, basically, whatever Robert had just put forward into his fire range just got decimated. So Robert's a bit like, I'm going to have to sort of do the same again because I need to get close to him. But I need another turn of surviving in the middle, and Dark Eldar just don't survive against guard. This is just such an uphill battle from turn 1, right?
Yeah, he might just have to feed some units into that grinder to get his behind enemy line points.
Yep.
And try and use his Dark Lancers to at least bracket the Leman Russes, if not destroy them.
If I just bring up Robert's secondaries as well and stuff like that, you see that actually taking hold wise not too bad. He's holding 2. He got 3 for Break Them Body and Soul, and he obviously got behind enemy lines in turn 1. But the thing is, I don't even know how close. If we take it back to the top down, I don't even know how close he is to the. He's not really close to the Robert's deployment to Mike's deployment zone.
No, the Dark Eldar are surprisingly fast when they want to be. So maybe you could chuck another unit up there, particularly if they're going to be making a charge. But this bottom left corner, he's blocked off pretty well against charges. There's no way he could probably charge over those Leman Russes because of the size of the model. And he's got nothing up on the top that could work its way around into the top left. So it will be just whatever Rob's got in strategic reserve that could come in.
Well, yeah, there's some deep strike. Or there is a venom just behind the right L there, the upside down L. So I imagine he could get something out of the venom, sort of go after the Kazakin at the top, and then the venom can just speed off and maybe try and grab behind enemy lines and just be a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, he's got the options, as I say. Dark Eldar, very fast, very fast army in general. Just does he want to sacrifice something, bring something that does have firepower? I'm not 100% sure what he has strategy reserved, but not his entire army is on the field, I don't think.
I think Robert's just openly just chatting now to Mike to just sort of say he has to have another turn of basically going into the midboard, and this hammer and anvil deployment is just not lending itself to him surviving. It's just a firing lane down the middle. You got the little sort of you've got the 2 between objective 3 and this L. You've got a massive straight firing angle for tanks. You've got one below again, just above objective 2 and above objective 5. So he has to play the sides where the containers are, but really you still got visible. Still got visibility. You've got the sails on the raiders. You can pick. If you can see the model, you can shoot it, right?
Not to mention the mortars don't need line of sight.
Yeah, real uphill battle. But again, Robert's not done bad so far on the points. Again, 2 for taken. He's got 2 objectives. He's got those 8 for taken hold. Being behind enemy lines was helpful. I don't know if he's going to get there again. We'll have to see if he decides to sort of. It depends. Are there some mandrakes still on the? Let's have a look. Are there still some mandrakes under there with the sentinel? No, they're gone.
The mandrakes got fired off on the left and on the right side of our screens there.
Yeah.
So the ones that were tagging the sentinels are well gone. On the right hand side, the sentinel dropped back, and the mandrakes just got heavy flamed. And on the left hand side, I think it was a combination of the sentinel stepping on them, and then the guns from the guardsmen firing into them.
And I think the harder thing for Robert as well is that he's just got loads of flimsy stuff. So again, 3 squads of 5 incubi. He has to choose the right moment to get them out. You can't put them in the midboard. They will literally just die. So we'll just have to see what his sort of option is. Just saying as well that Robert's saying that he can't charge the tanks because the flamers will just they're wounding him on 3s. You know what I mean? Like auto hitting. So he's minus. If he had anything with minus to hit, I mean, he has the he has a homunculus with a vexility mask, but you don't want to be running that in, do you? Let's be honest.
No, no, no. I mean, Mike has positioned his Leman Russes very well, because he is blocking anything that he doesn't really want to spend the Overwatch points on. He wants to spend the Overwatch on a heavy flamer unit, and there's no way at the moment Rob can get in to touch those Guardsman's unit to then pile into the Leman Russes. That's the only way he's going to do it without receiving a lot of flame to the face.
So it looks like that's a squad of witches coming out potentially. Yeah. So if we have a look at the room as well. Look at the lads. Look at those lads. They're good looking lads. Robert's still bringing the cap backwards look back. I really like that about him. I feel like we've gone back to what were those kids that did the like the jump around, you know, where they used to have the caps back and stuff like that. They're like in the 90s or whatever it is, you know.
Got no idea what you're on about, Tom.
Thanks, Billy.
Is that the whole pop punk movement, maybe? Yeah.
But like where like kids who were about 15 would wear caps and like really long baggy trousers and dance and stuff.
What about Jinko jeans?
What, Magnus? No, not Madness. I'm thinking like, no, not baggy trousers. Oh, right. I know what I mean. Man. Somebody in chat will help me out. The song where it's a bit like,
are you on about House of Pain? Jump around?
No, I'm on about no. Anyway, never mind. Right.
Someone in chat asked Tom if he'd like a coffee.
Yes, I would love a vanilla latte, darling.
Vanilla latte.
A vanilla latte.
Are they doing such a great job, these two? I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, do you know why? Because we're going to have to root for Robert. I think Robert needs some support. Some Will of the Emperor, some channeling of psychic goodness.
It's tough on this one. Guard with the 9 mortars. They are not fun for DRUKHARI at all.
No.
Because not only do they kill his infantry, they kill all his tanks as well, all his vehicles. So.
Well, strength 6 mortars go through venoms.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? On 6 wounds, you're like, what? Oh, God. Yeah. Thank you. You go get our coffees.
Chat want a drink? No? Okay, cool.
No one replied fast enough. Yeah.
Right, yeah, so let's get back to this. It looks like we're warming up with some shots here.
I mean, Robert's not even done his movement yet, so I hope we're not warming up to any shots. We need him to go. We need him to do.
Oh,
a bit
sorry,
more
I saw dice rolling. I thought he was shooting the Dark Lancers already. But yeah, sorry, that's the advances from these. Is this the Incubi moving up? I know Drazar's behind that L-shaped building in the middle.
Yep.
That might be him moving out now onto objective number 3.
Yep, maybe going to charge through with.
No, this is the Incubi. Yep.
You can't see him, but I would imagine they'll go for the maybe tie the Sentinel up, maybe. Tie the Sentinel up, maybe try and get into those. I think is it Guardsmen there as well?
Yeah, the way that Sentinel is positioned, if he can wrap him, he can easily squash him against the L shape of that building and stop him falling back. That's what Rob needs to do to ensure that those Incubi don't just get shot off the table as soon as it rolls round to Mike's turn.
So what we're going to do is we'll pass back to the boys now, just as they talk through the Robert's final movement bits.
No, they can see them. Excellent. No Overwatch from the top.
No.
I've been stung by that one before.
None of the barrels stuck out. I did look for it.
Draz is actually going to hop out.
Okay. Oh, the bait's tapping.
Venom's going to pop to... Is that on the objective there? Looks like just on the edge.
How far is it?
16 from there.
Definitely 3 inches onto it.
Cool. So he's going to deal with that.
Yep. 3 misses.
Are
you prepared for those 3 misses?
7 misses.
Oh, 7 shots, is it?
Yeah. He's on 3s in combat too, so...
It's going to be really embarrassing when he's still alive.
18. I think Cavalry's going to come in here. Just so you have to shoot mortars at them. Draz is going to move up.
Just get into the area.
After he hopped out.
Under the cover.
That's going to stage. You've just completely shut down like that half of the board. 11 wounds left. So if I get behind here, I
don't
can't.
think
Yeah, I'm
so.
not going to get cheeky angles.
No.
Where are the rest of your Lascannon?
One. In the screen.
Cool. And they're the move get out guys, or they just hop out 10?
They just hop out normal 9, so 6+3, and then shoot. But I can't give them orders when they're inside the vehicle,
Cool.
so they're a lot.
You come so I can. You can make them do stuff. When he
Yeah,
hops out. Do I get my homunculus charging forward, or do I have him just holding this objective? If I come forward, you're going to get angles down there, aren't you?
The second the homunculus leaves that objective, they get 96 more shots instant.
Yeah.
That's,
He shuts down Overwatch, though. He wants to go forward and shut down Overwatch.
Yeah. But
I
the
think
second he leaves that objective,
I think the primary is more important.
while he's there, like I can't. There's no point wasting mortars there. They just go everywhere else. But
Yeah.
as soon as he leaves, it's like, oh, we'll take you off primary.
Cool. Couple lights. That raider is gonna chill. I don't need to screen anymore, so the Hellions can come forward.
Just want to say to some of the guys in chat. So yes, hi Chris J. Afternoon. Hey buddy. Hope you're good. Hope you're enjoying some of the coverage. We're here until the end of the night today. Round 5 this, so we have round 6 still to come, and it should hopefully be one of these boys staying on, either DRUKHARI or Mike, to take it to the final game. Also, Kevin saying, just obviously discussing about the fact that sort of indirect weapons being a bit too inexpensive and overpowered, obviously referencing the fact that obviously the tau fragmentation stuff got the nerfs, so maybe the mortar should. Me and Billy were just sort of saying a little bit off microphone that actually, like, the problem here isn't really the indirect, because everyone's got the same blanket indirect rule of if you shoot something out of line of sight, it's -1 to BS, and the other person gets +1 save to, well, +1 armor, right? Yeah. The actual issue is the fact that you can stack the buffs on to negate it, because like, obviously the mortars being core, the amount of buffs you can give them, such as rerolls everywhere. You can give them +1 to hit with take aim anyway, which negates that. You can give them -1 AP, so you're sort of negating that the fact that the opponent gets that armor save as well. I think the big issue is, and you pointed this out, Billy, is the fact they've gone to strength 5, right?
The strength 5 is such a big boon to the mortars. They were always sort of, they weren't overpowered when they were strength 4. They were abused, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
particularly against toughness 3 armies. But I would never think that they were overpowered. But I think this sort of stacking of buffs plus the strength 5, the ability to take them to strength 6, is the real key behind the Imperial Guard mortars.
Yeah, and let's not kid ourselves as well. There is a cheapness problem there, because I feel like if I'm correct, a squad of 3 mortars is 60 points. I think they're 20 points each.
Let me just
I'm sure you'll
take a
triple
quick
check,
look.
but that would
We'll
mean
fact
that
check that for her.
that would mean that 9 are 180. If I've got that loosely right, it might be maybe closer to the 200 mark, but you're still.
So they are 55 points.
55. Okay, 5 points cheaper than I actually thought they were. So I thought they were 6. Yeah, thanks, Organ UK. And that's an issue in the sense of the amount of buffs again you can stack on them for 55 points is huge, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Also,
amazing utility of the rules.
Base size has recently got smaller as well. Means you can
fit
hide
more
them more. Yeah.
in on the physical table. You can fit more in. Not to mention more in the list because they're 55 points.
But I do think there's a place, like, again, I never want to kill units because I feel like that's bad for the game in the sense that, like, mortars are thematic, right? The problem is at the moment is they're just too efficient.
Yeah.
The mortars should be shooting indirect, yeah?
Yeah.
That's how they should be. But then again, you look at them combined with Kazakin, combined with silly tank commanders, who are very good for their points and very tough. And you've got like, again, that banner as well. It's just jokes, isn't it? So.
You look at the tower weaponry. Their air bursting fragmentation launcher gets so good because you can stack more than one on each crisis suit.
Yep.
You
Spam
can
them.
then buff out that crisis unit team or teams, plural, to the point where it becomes oppressive, similar to what the guard mortars are like at the moment. The difference being maybe the SMS systems, which are attached to things like hammerheads, riptides, broadsides, still can be abused, but not to the same extent because they're not all core. I can't remember if the riptide's core, but the broadsides, I think they had core removed from them.
They did,
Is that
yeah,
correct?
yeah, they did have core removed, yeah.
So they're not
They also
as
had infantry
oppressive.
as well, which was
Yeah.
meant they could just standing. This was going back a bit now, but they also had infantry, which meant they could sort of stand in terrain and like stand on the inside of terrain. So you ended up with a thing where they were just all on the inside of a huge L on different floors, just sort of like on top of each other, just being like, well, you can't interact with me. But yeah, I think the thing is we have to be honest. The lack of interaction from indirect weapons is a bit of a feels bad. But as long as it's not like too overly oppressive, like mortars should be strength 4.
Yeah.
You know, and they should get the weight of shots, but in reality, it's just the amount of buffs they get, I think, is where the problem is.
I also think maybe limiting the amount that you can take. I think more than one per crisis suit is daft. It used to be like a specialized system, the airburst fragmentation launcher, back in the, I think it was 7th edition codex. You could only take one of it.
Yep.
One is not enough,
Yep.
I don't think, because if you're going to utilize the indirect stuff. But at the same time, they've got SMS systems, which also do the exact same thing, except their strength. It used to be that they were strength 5 and the air bursting was strength 4. I don't know if that's the same. I can't. I don't use the air bursting fragmentation launchers out of principle. I much prefer the aesthetic of SMS. I just like the idea of a guided missile that can go around corners and stuff. But
I like the idea of it like knocking on a door and you open the door and be like, oh, there's a missile in my face. Knock, knock. Who's there?
it's like a
Bang.
Looney Tunes thing where the end of the missile opens and a little hand comes
Fist
out,
comes
knocks on the
in.
door, and then it goes back in and then
It'd
blows up.
have to be a blue hand because it's Tau, though, right? You'd have to have like a fish hand.
A little blue fish hand,
Yeah. Chris J saying basically that should units basically only have like one buff active at a time, so you can't stack them. Basically. And look, I think in the edition, what we're going to see is, I think in the 10th edition again, I've got no inside information. But if I was to guess, I think we're going to see a streamlining of stratagems. I think we're going to have like sort of like a 1-page of stratagems per army. Yeah, so you streamline that, so therefore like effectively buffs are a little bit more sort of like you can't go strat on top of a buff from a character. So that like neuters part of a buffing like system, if that makes sense. But characters such as the Lord Seller should be giving out super. It's what you pay for, right? You do pay for super buffs, yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
players are always going to exploit the best way of getting bang for buck on that, and I don't think that's a problem, especially in competitive circles.
That's how you game these systems. It's the nature of competitiveness. How good can you make something? Take advantage of it as cheaply as possible.
You also go like again. Mike struggled with his mortars against Custodes in round 4. What we in? Round 2, I think it was. He played Custodes on stream because the Custodes always had a 2-up against him, and therefore every army has its own little kryptonite against a certain unit, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if you're pumping out loads of mortal wounds, well, let's take Custodes for example. They can shrug them on 4s with the Emperor's Chosen, yeah.
Yep.
So that, or you could do a. There's always something in someone's army that you can build to counter the meta, and I think it just requires a bit of thinking. Like orcs against mortars, yeah, you're probably picking up squads of orcs, but you've got 50 orcs behind them to come in. You know what I mean? So it's that sort of like how do you build?
Yes.
How do you build to sort of like to negate the power of something?
Yeah, I think the death of mortars as well is definitely speed. The problem is in the Imperial Guard Codex, you can counter the aggressive, fast armies with your heavy flamers on your tanks. The amount of other firepower you can direct towards them, and your strats for falling back, shooting, charging, etc.
Between us, I think we solved all problems in 40k, Billy. So I think GW should hire us. We will happily receive £1 million a minute, won't we, between us? Yeah.
Yeah, just send the blank check.
Yeah.
Why not?
And we'll fix everything in Warhammer.
Address
all
it
in
to Tom
favour?
and Billy at Hellstormwargaming. And
All in favour say aye, basically. Aye,
Yeah.
Tom and Billy to fix it. So what we'll do now is we're going to cross to the lads, as it looks like we've got some combat taking place, and we'll see what we're
yeah,
at.
some Kazakh.
6 stacks in your force. Yeah, go for it.
Moment.
Loves it. I spent a CP on something, didn't I? No, I didn't. We're good.
The
Oh, the reroll for here.
Sentinel over there.
Yeah.
Any minus on the Incubi? Not minus to hit, are they?
Ah, no.
1 safe on. Fine.
Cool.
Okay.
I didn't kill anything in combat for take them alive. Behind enemy lines,
Right.
I would rather deny you primary than get behind enemy lines.
Yep.
Um,
You have successfully done that. I'll score a 4 in primary.
yeah, no prisoners. Break the body and soul for 1. Oh, morale.
Morale. Oh, it'd be nice if I could fail it all. Damn it. Sorry, not in the box.
So I killed 1 unit, one guardsman.
Unit, one guardsman. You're just going to go to a turn where you kill like 17 units
Yeah.
and just get 3 points.
You're
for
going
it.
to go, I'm going to just walk forward like a tank. Let's go.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh no, it's not a good secondary. It's capped at 5.
Yeah. Right, so
cool.
both going to CP. Up 6.
I'm
onto
on
me.
3.
I'll have a 4 points on primary. Thank you. Orders. Easy one. I'm going to 1 CP to act on top bracket with him at the start of turn. Down to 5. You want to back that one? No? I'm going to splash.
Stop trying to bait me.
Yeah, I like it. We're going to do... Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's perfect. We're going to do Obsec order from him onto this.
Yes.
Splash that onto him.
Cool.
We're also going to do it onto this one. And this one.
Through a different order. Through Lord Solar guy.
No, same guy, splash onto them all.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
They're all
Of course,
Obsec.
of course.
But I'm not 100% sure on that, because
Cool.
I want to move him onto here, but you're already on this, so keep 10 inches that way. Won't get him onto it. So we're going to... So the Obsec order there splashes onto those 2 from Solar. That's his first order.
Cool.
His second order is the move fast on these 2.
Cool.
And this guy is going to order this to be Obsec. And then Solar's last order will be to reroll 1s on this.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm okay with. Over here, take aim, all the mortars. Green sword gets +1 strength.
Cool.
Move onto all of these guardsman areas.
Cool.
They're going to run back a bit probably and just chill, maybe just step onto that objective, and I'll move the banners out a bit behind stuff.
Cool. I'll give you a bonus point.
Oh yeah, banners, thank you. Okay, that feels like full rerolls are going to go, I think, onto one of the units of mortars. I don't think anything exciting shooting, so we're going to go onto the front unit of mortars. So we'll put it on. We don't want to hit.
I was going to fix the scores because I gave me the kill points last turn.
The Hellions have a 5-up save, you said?
5 up. They'll be in cover.
So there'll be a 4-up save against me with cover.
Yes.
So 2 out of cover, 3 in cover.
Is it 2 out? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I couldn't
You've got to
have
be fully under the floor. Okay. So that's... Yeah, so... And Hellions are T4. So not bad, yeah. So one of the strength 5 ones is getting full rerolls, and the strength 6 one doesn't have full rerolls.
Cool.
Mix it up. Right. Let's move forwards.
Missed a trick without fire and fading that venom into plugging that hole, didn't I?
Do you have anything that let's do it like that actually. Do you have anything that jumps over other units like Harlequins or flip belts?
Just Hellions.
Yeah, so unless it has fly,
Yeah.
it has to go through stuff as normal.
Yeah, I got no strat strength. He's got shorter.
So this
moves
guy
as
can
well.
advance and still shoot as normal because he's got the move on, so see how far he's moving.
So he moves
1.
9 inches.
Yeah, he moves
That's
+2.
okay.
So he moves 12 base, +1 is 13, down to 11.
Cool. Oh, do you get bonus move with that as well?
Yeah, so you get
Nice.
+2 movements.
Cool.
And then when you advance,
I believe you. I'm just I haven't played guard yet, so
can't do that much movements, just do the...
on the objective.
Yep, on the objective, but not in range of the venom. So just go like that. This guy probably doesn't need to advance, but let's see. 4, where's the dead one gone? Oh, he's still alive, he's over there. 3
Ah.
is there. 9 puts him on there, so we'll do that. Bonk.
Cool. There's Obsec on there now.
That's Obsec on there now.
Cool.
We will move one of these Russes up to there,
Just touching everything.
making sure there's no gap that a base can pass between there.
Cool. If that's the intent, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still a gap there to go along that line, but I'm hoping to block that with this one here.
Cool.
Wall of Russ. Put him underneath that train. Oh no, my turret. Like that, so he can see through this window and can see through this window to your what he certainly can. So to this chap.
That chap? Cool.
This one's acting on top profile and has obsec.
Do you want me to measure anything for you?
10 inches.
10,
Plus
so
one flat
yeah,
objective,
his
that's
nose will
perfect.
touch the objective.
Leave a nice big running gap there. We will move the first unit of guardsmen.
Do you want me to roll in advance, or are they just double moved?
No, they move, so they just move 12.
Cool.
That's the break point, so we'll put on there. Four more. If you got anything scary in reserves? Hellions?
Hellions, and they need to come from the sides.
Oh, so I thought they put them in property strike, didn't you?
No,
Both 2 units?
no, I didn't spend any CP.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But they can come on.
Yeah, these board edges now.
Yeah.
But that is now.
If you shuffle him back, which. So I'll be able to fit there. There's
Well, I
6.
don't like that.
Just move your gun
Yeah,
backwards.
I'll move a horsey or something.
No,
like that.
no, move your gun backwards.
No, yeah, just from the hole. I'd love the long gun to camp, but well, I suppose I can do that and still block that. No, because I'm not under the
No.
train. I'm not on the train. Gotta be there. That's fine. Horsey can maybe do it. Horsey
Yeah.
might just move up to here.
Yeah, it's there. That's fine.
With three of that guy. If they decide to make a plunging dive for the horse, that's okay. They're going to splash the move as well onto the casking because they're not shooting anything this turn. I might be trapped in combat there.
So when you want to fall back, you
Yeah, when I want to
declare
fall
it, we
back.
roll off.
I'm going to declare I would like to fall back there.
Cool.
Uh-oh. I don't think I
Stay.
can fall back, can I?
Nope.
And I'm trapped in over here.
You got 2.
Well then.
You got two options.
Well then.
One of them's going to score you points, one of them's going to score me points.
Which one scores who points where?
I'll get behind enemy lines here or that. It's just going to come and fuck up things back here. Unless you charge it with something.
Well, they just have to run into this wall thing, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, you've made a wall.
Because they can't... There's no way they can move through this, is it?
All I could do is shoot some of these maybe and then use
then
them as a
make gap
slingshot.
and charge through the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. This unit of guardsmen is moving, so they're just going to make another wall.
Cool. Check the mortars.
Protect the mortars, they're all we've got, guys.
Do you want me to measure you 9?
Yeah, if you could, if that's okay.
So if one guy comes a little bit further, do you have move?
And that's as far as
Oh,
you
so
can.
if this guy comes here, otherwise I can make a
Yeah,
line
that's
here.
what I'm going to have to move closer to start scoring inflexible for bigger points.
Okay.
So,
So
where am I?
9. I've got a 30. Oh, so I can't fit anyway. Because I've got a 32 mil base.
Okay, cool.
So I'll have to come in here.
Which hopefully
Yeah, I'll be able to do it here. 9. I'm going to have to come back here because of the Sentinel. Unless he's dead from Incubi.
Move forwards. That's fine. That's also screened. These guys just going to step forward. They have an option for shooting.
Cool. It's 5 inches with the minus
4
2.
inches with the minus 2. Bonk. Okay, we've shifted a little bit. We're moving someplace. Still within range there. He's okay there. He's screening out this back corner. All screens. That's good. Shooting. These guys into that. He can clean up there. I can pay a CP to shoot into those with that Russ, which is okay. Annoyingly, that's not going to help. I could charge the Russ into them, which just traps them in combat.
Go for CP to fall back
What's
in
in here?
charge. Incubi and Witches.
Incubi and Witches, 5 Witches, Incubi.
Yeah.
So kill that, more to the chargers. Worry about this afterwards.
It's only 5 girls. What could they do?
Yeah, what problems could they ever cause? Okay, so let's go into shooting phase.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want to move these guys? You talked
Oh
about
yeah,
moving
sorry,
them?
yeah. That's keep forgetting those. Can you roll me? Yeah, roll me in advance. We'll take your advance suit as 3. That's bang average. That'll do. Can you see if 9 will get a guy around the edge onto that objective? I've got optic on it anyway. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So you come backwards and get orders.
Come backwards and keep
Short
within
things up.
range of an officer. So bonk. Happy.
If you did that as well, you would have been close, and I would have probably piled into you and punched you in the face.
Well, I think you're gonna get. I think I have to kill the Inkbite with shooting, so that's where we'll pay 1 CP. I think the witches live, and I maybe try and charge them or something. Well, I tell you actually what we'll do is like so, and then like so.
6.
6.
Cool.
Shoring up the gap. Okay, shooting. Guy over there into combat with the Incubi.
Yep.
2 shots. 5s.
Just want to say
it's
brace
fast anyway.
yourself, because Mike's just said shooting, and we might be here for half an hour. So all I'm going to say is put the kettle on, grab yourself a chalky biscuit. It's the Imperial Guard shooting phase.
Yeah, watch this dice. The amount of dice coming here. He's got a hell of a lot of infantry on the floor ready to shoot.
Yeah. I think he's starting with a Kazakin actually as well.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
So we'll let the boys take it away in the big old shooting phase. Hang on tight, kids.
Okay, let's Flamers here. Big gun there from this guy with no rerolls.
From that guy. You got 3 tanks that can see him, can't you? I've got 3 CP. Do I... Fuck it.
-1 to hit.
Yeah.
Flamers into the Venom. That's 10.
T5.
Pause. 6, please. AP1.
Minus something.
AP1.
It's dead.
Good talk. Plasma. Last 1 shot, so 4 shots.
Cool. Good thing I
Minus
lightning
1 +1.
fasted.
No, yeah, it definitely worked. So 1 auto and freeze. Yeah.
Okay.
Just 1.
Cool. 3 damage?
Yeah, 3 damage.
7 left.
Does he explode? Can you do
I rolled.
Oh, you rolled. It didn't explode. I'll pass him over to you.
Cool, cheers.
Let's do the big tank. Has no targets, so he's just going to shoot that way with Lascannon and big gun. Big gun. 9 shots. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. -1. No ones on him.
It made 2 differences.
2
Yay.
differences. 2 autos. 3s. No rerolls. Just 3 saves, please.
I need to make one of these, basically, don't I?
I've got Lascannon still.
Oh,
If that,
do we reroll the ones that pop out? I'll probably leave it.
up to you.
I'll probably leave it. Cool. Takes
Take
3.
three.
So
Lascannon. Oh, Lascannon also
Yep.
wounds.
So-
save.
he's down to 4. Roll a 4 up and he's dead.
Well, Lascannon's not done anything in every game in this whole event, and this term he's killed
He's like,
2
pop-
raiders.
yeah.
2 different tents.
Cool. So, shooting wise, you got what's left over there? 2 tanks?
1 tank here.
Yeah.
These 2 have both shot.
And that tank.
I've got this guy here with heavy flamers, just because you want to pop forward. I've got this tank here, so you want to definitely stay out
So,
of flame
stay
range.
behind my prow.
Yeah.
And so, what have you got over here? Sorry, you got plasma.
This guy, plasma angle is here for you with the window there.
Cool. So, incubi are going to hop out on that side.
Yep.
And witches are going to hop out back here.
But out of angle still.
Yeah, they're all going to be.
The angle can be drawn a little bit tighter through this window instead to there, if that helps you.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to get out here and here.
Yeah, okay, the back.
Cool. There's no point. Oh fuck! I left my home objective. So
You can get out onto it.
yeah, and then get shot
I can see
horribly. I'm a genius, you know. They're just gonna die if I do that. So they're just gonna hide.
There's no point.
Yeah. I just have to live with the
I mean, the
mistake.
witches are still probably going to, because they're prime mortar targets. 0 save.
2.
2.
2 incubi. Yeah. What was the angles? It was like.
It's 2. You're killing incubi rather than witches.
Yeah.
No. I'm okay with it. I don't mind. So the angle I'll draw again for you, because it's tricky because it's from the window, so not actually like as easy as it could be. So it's there.
Cool. So I'll put a dice.
So that angle. So my best line is
So there.
there.
Okay. So there.
Yeah, you got it. Cool.
I lost 2 witches.
So yeah, that raider's gone. He's just trying to draw a line to make sure that as he gets them out, that Russ can't draw a line of sight to everything new that's getting out. But also, he doesn't want to sort of put anything in the line of all the other stuff as well. So it's just sort of like it's just such an uphill struggle for Robert. He knows it, unfortunately, as well. That firing lane down that side, where Mike's just suddenly just shown us, is brutal.
Yeah, and good sportsmanship from each other there. Just helping Mike helping Rob just to make sure that his models are out of line of sight, using his tape measure there. Good sportsmanship. Both these guys are really nice sound lads.
Yeah, both of them, yeah.
Very good players, very helpful in terms of making sure each other gets what they intend to do out of the game.
Absolutely. So we'll hand back to the boys now. Let's see how... I mean, I'll be honest, this is probably still only like quarter of the way through Mike's shooting phase. He's probably going to run out of things that he can shoot at within range before like he runs out of guns. We'll see what happens.
6 up either way, so I'll take it on this dude.
And the heavy flamers. That is 11. 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6. You know, I should have spent a CP on extra AP and extra save cover there. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Gonna take it on the guys in cover first. That's how many I need to roll. So they'll have a 3 up still with cover.
Yep.
I spend a CP on that. You can charge them if you want with other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a CP. Cool. So there's just Clayvex left at the front.
He's 2 wounds, isn't
he? Yeah.
I'll get mixed up with the Eldar.
He is...
Takes 2.
Takes 2 because the -1.
Okay. Great success.
Oh, it would have been really nice to actually pop that strat. Should have thought about that instead of using a CP. Oh, I couldn't have anyway. The whole squad has to be in.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so that's why the guy outside doesn't help.
Yeah.
So that tank is now shot, so I believe no Lasguns have got range. Oh, some Lasguns are. They advanced, though. That unit advanced, so nothing Lasgun is just shooting you. These tanks have all shot at everything they can shoot at. This guy can't see anything, so it's just mortars.
Cool.
5
cabs.
Save.
4 up.
4 up. 3 witches.
5 incubi.
5 incubi.
Looks like none of them touching cover.
So the full rerolls units into the... Let's do the crap unit first into the witches.
Cool.
The one with... It's neither... You need the strength 6 nor rerolls. 12 shots. 4s, reroll 1s. Those. Take out those. 3s, reroll 1s. Nope. 5 save.
Just to Joe Murphy, who's just asked for the list. I think that list link is actually going to pull through to a last event that we streamed. I don't think we've updated it yet, so apologies. But I'll quickly talk you through. I mean, I don't know which list you're after mainly, but me and Billy can quickly talk you through. But basically, the DRUKHARI list is loads of MSU. It's a real space raid, a mixture of Cabalites, 3 squads of 5 Incubi, some 2 squads of 5 Hellions. There are some Himoxites, which are the fancy racks. There's a squad of 10 Blood Brides, which are dead. 3 Raiders, all with Dark Lancers and Grizzly Trophies. Obviously, the Brute characters. So you've got your Drazar, you had the Succubus with the Triptych Witch and Show Stealer. You had the Homunculus as well, which had the Vexator Mask and stuff. So some of the stuff that we're used to seeing, but with DRUKHARI. Guard-wise, do you want to quickly talk us through the brand new guard stuff using the new Codex rules, Billy?
Yep, so Mike, bring in the guard. What have we got? We've got the Lord Solar Leontus.
New horsey boy.
Yep. We've got Ursula Creed. We've got a tank commander with the Gatekeeper, Relic, and we've got a command squad with the Finial of Nemrodesh Relic, which is the flag. We have Cadian shock troops with double plasma gun and Voxcaster. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of them. In elites, we've got a commissar. We've got 3 squads of Kazakin.
Of course you do.
Of course, with the hotshot volley guns and
hotshot Laz probably, and the sniper as well.
Laz, the plasma and the marksman rifle.
Yep.
And then we've got 2 scout sentinels. We've got 3 squads of 3 mortars, and we've got 3 plasma executioners and a chimera.
Which all looks like that blob on the left, right? That blob of goodness. And yeah, so far, Mike knows this army very well. He did, to be fair, Mike has had guard before the new codex came out, and he's been waiting patiently for it to come out, but yeah. And I think on this occasion, I do think the guard will clearly have the better of the Drukhari. Just through, again, the mission as well, being recover the relics, the hammer and anvil deployment, where the objectives have been situated, basically, unfortunately, just with how the WTC terrain has sort of ended up falling, it's been sort of like not near the objectives, which is obviously quite crucial in a game like this. So,
not to mention the power of this new codex.
Yep.
You've got things like the mortars being very oppressive. We've seen, particularly against the Dark Eldar, the Leman Russers very good. Just the amount of buffs that the characters can put out, whether it's Ursula Creed, the Solar Leontus, they can, as well as the standard as well, the flag relic, Nemrodesh flag, that is very good. Some real combos that come together to make certain units or certain combination of units very, very killy for what they are, for how much they cost.
yeah,
The
for sure.
Kazakin chucking out mortal wounds left, right, and centre. As we say, we do have the home ruling for this tournament that it's capped per the Kazakin squad. A maximum of 6 mortal wounds, rather than to each individual squad that's shot, because you would very easily be able to split fire and deal out
multiple
many
mortal wounds across many
yeah.
units, right? And yeah, that's a thing that we fact. We think GW have got that wrong. And every so often, if as long as it's clear in the mission pack and people know that before they sort of sign up and pay their money, that's a decision you've made, sort of thing. Then, as far as we're concerned, that's sort of fine, right? And we also expect, if you're a tournament organizer, you should always use, you should have a moment where you use your brain and you go, look, this is actually something that we believe is wrong. Obviously, we want all of the people playing to buy into it, but it's only a little change in the grand scheme of things, and we think it brings it more fair. So I should be able to see. It looks like we are Looks like we're sort of moving into. We're moving into the charge phase. Are we through the charge phase? We're going to find out in a second. We're going to rejoin the boys at the table and see where we're at.
And 2. Don't want to guarantee this. It's not too important. So the one into the Cascan. Just one. Minus 1.
Takes it.
Cool. Then into the tank. Winning on 5s. Plus 1 to wounds. So 2 at -2.
A 5 and 6 is one. What? Not better? Or
No, because of my
because you
because of my
get it on
cult
5
thing.
for the push to, so pause.
Cool. Cool. Is there any other combat? There isn't, is there?
No.
Witches can't fail morale. Cavaliers can't fail morale. They can't fail morale. You've got
Full
nothing.
on morale.
Can...
Left the box there. They only lost 1, so they can't fail morale.
Cool.
Points. Inflexible. This turn is 5. Because is it 5? Yes, there's an option there.
So the boys are just totting up the end of turn 2. So Robert went first. That was Mike's turn 2. So we're moving into Robert's turn 3. Just totting up some points, and we'll get an update. Scores on the doors in a second. Jones 3460. Which of the terrain maps is used at the event? The event has 5 different maps listed. Well, funny you should ask. We use 5 different terrain types here, and it's one of our sort of unique selling points where the idea is that you're going to come to a tournament, and as we randomly pair throughout the day, you'll be on different tables and you'll play in different terrain types. So we have everything from WTC inspired to LGT inspired to GameMat.eu. We also use GW terrain, which are obviously like the sort of the perspex bases with the 4 sort of quadrants and sort of little bits in the middle. And we have a 5th version, which is player placed, which has that little bit of different element and skill to it, because you have to think right at the start about where you want your terrain and how far away it can be from other people's terrain and stuff like that. So if you're interested in coming to one of our events, they're held at Sanctuary Gaming Centre, which is in Sutton in Ashfield. This is Heat 1. We have Heat 2 in April, which is sold out. We have Heat 3, which is on sale right now. That's in June. If you need more information, you can head to Hellstorm Wargaming on Instagram, Facebook, or hellstormwargaming.co.uk. And you can come and join us for a 54-man event where we basically have a great set of people. Half of us are regulars, half are new people. We'd love to see some new people down as well. And yeah, if you want more information, find some more on the map packs and sort of like what we do here at Hellstorm Wargaming. Those are the places to go. Also in October, keep the end of October free. That's what I'm going to say, because we are doing a Super All-Stars Hellstorm GT, which is happening in Sheffield, and it's going to be a 120-man event, all booked, all paid for, ready to go. And Hellstorm and Games Workshop have announced that we are basically we can give 2 tickets, 2 places away.
Yep.
To their grand final over in America, their Warhammer Championships, which is epic. So we've been like endorsed by Games Workshop for that event in October. So the person who wins the event, 120-man event, is going to get a free ticket to that to go and rep for the UK over there. And we're doing an invitational on the Saturday, which are what these heats are about. So the top 2 place people from this heat and for the other 3 heats for the year, so we'll have 4 in total, will get a space in our invitational. So 8 people in total. The person who wins that invitational, so it's a knockout between the 8 people, will also get the other ticket to go to America, Atlanta, right?
That's it.
Fight it out. And the best part of the 120-man, before I'm done, we're doing a cash prize. No messing around. One of the only events in the UK that's actually giving a hard cash prize to the winner. Cool, right?
Yep, absolutely.
We're not giving you some paints and models, we're giving you cash.
Yep.
So.
And it's a real good opportunity, especially with that going to Atlanta. That must
Atlanta will be sick, right? I think they get a choice as well. Is it Atlanta and Tampa? Have I made that up? I feel like there's a choice between the two. But anyway, Atlanta Atlanta would be sick.
That for Tom,
yes.
Someone out there.
But it'll be cool, right? And yeah, so basically we are going to be streaming all of our heats here from Sanctuary, and then we're taking it to the OEC in Sheffield for 120 man. It's next to a casino as well.
Excellent. So there'll be a good time all around then.
Good time all around. Next to a casino. It's next to a dog track. There's food on site. There's drinks. There's a bar in the room that we're playing in. Oh, I've seen the floor plan. It looks sexy.
Amazing.
It's sexy. But the 2 boys here today are only interested in one thing, and that is getting an invite to the Invitational.
That's it. I mean, this is second to last round of the day. We're looking at progressing into the next round. One of these 2 players will be staying on.
Yeah, I would imagine that might be Mike, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Yes, Mr. Tom Layton, that is the OEC at Hillsborough. That's where we're holding it. The room is booked. I think it's the 26th, 27th of October. It's the last weekend, basically. I'm going to triple check my calendar to see if I've got the exact dates right. Calendar. Yeah, so if anyone's interested in that, tickets aren't on sale yet. We're going to do a big announcement when they are. So tickets on sale now for Heat 3, as I said. Heat 4, tickets go on sale on the 6th of March. So not long to wait for Heat 4, which is at the end of August. It's the August bank holiday weekend.
Yep.
And then we just have to wait for October.
Yep.
We'll tell you when the tickets
comes into a conclusion in October. And yes, Mr. Tom, we're looking at about another hour or so of play here. And then we'll be starting the 6th round just after 5:30.
Yep.
Looking like I say, one of these 2 players will be progressing there. That will be the final. We'll be streaming that in about an hour's time, as I say. And yeah, we'll see if Mike can pull through or if Robert can steal victory.
Also, I lied. It's the 28th and 29th of October. That's the weekend you want, guys. If you want to come and join us at the OEC.
They've already booked their days off of work.
Well, it's a Thursday and a Friday, so I hope
I
hope you don't have to book Thursday and Friday off. But yeah.
But yeah, they're all sorted. They're all sorted now. So
Robert's still managing to go toe-to-toe on some of the points at the moment. I mean,
he's doing what he needs to do, which is score points.
The only issue is I'm going to do something that's really mean. I'm going to do this. There's not much left.
There's not, but as long as there's something there, he's got a chance to win points.
Yeah.
Looking at his secondaries, behind enemy lines is going to be hard to achieve now. The Guard are pushing out. They're blocking off his bodies moving forward. You can see Mike's positioning. He's protecting their mortars from anything that might come in super fast or from reserve. His Leman Russes are covering those firing lanes, and the waves of just standard guardsmen are there to move block and prevent anyone getting to those backlines, but also to those valuable mortars, which we've seen are absolutely key to Mike's strategy this game. As we've said, Strength 6 mortars against Toughness 3 Dark Eldar, and even the vehicles, they're just cutting through them like a knife through butter.
It looks like Robert just talking through his turn 3 right now, doing some Obviously, he can advance and charge with certain units in his army. Perks have been Cabal of the Black Heart. So yeah, it's just sort of like moving through. Again, the only problem that with Robert is he's got like, let's say if he goes into something, right? And he kills it. There's like 30 things staring down the barrel of guns at him. You know what I mean? He's not going to be able to kill enough, I don't think, before he loses more stuff than the Guard have left. But I could be pleasantly surprised. You're just working out what he does with the Succubus now.
It's the blender bus, as I like to call her, because she is.
You've got Show Stealer. She's got the Triptych Whip. The
Triptych Whip.
Yeah,
that's the one. Triptych Whip. And she can really do some damage when she gets into things. But typical Dark Eldar, she can. She's not that hard to deal with once you fight back against her, assuming you survive.
Worked out that you just need a 7-inch charge to that tank, avoiding the Overwatch as well, which is crucial. That's what he wants. He doesn't want Overwatch because those flames will kill her. So it looks like I think he's decided that this is the turn. It's either make or break. So we're going to hand back to the boys. Let Robert talk you through what his absolute yeeting plan is. He's going to yeet everything forward and hope for the best.
Doesn't need. Yeah, she does. We're going to come forward with Draz, actually. Draz is going to yeet him, so we're going to open up a bigger hole without coming forward. He's got a 40 mil, so that's just under 2 inches.
Wait, easy. When you pick him up, just see if he slides through. Easy test.
It's a really open spot, though.
Yeah, but you're still outside the range, though, which is fine.
Cool.
Yep, easy.
So yeah, Draz. It's going all the inches. 13.
It's a
He
6
was
for the stream.
6. $13. So I'll go 12 because he's gonna have to do a little bit of a jiggle around there.
That's cool.
The Succubus is going to chill. Oh, she's just gonna go as well. She's just gonna go as well. She's gonna go that direction, like this way.
That's what
Yeah,
it's
yes.
That's really bad. The Succubus is about
So
to 2.
In my own head. So 12. So can you just drop a dice or something for us?
Where are you? Up to the wall.
Up to the wall, yeah.
12 is hit.
Arced like way a bit.
Okay. Well, that's rude.
Oh, I've left this objective again. Homunculus. So he goes -2, so he goes 9.
No, that ain't gonna do it. Next time you'll get that.
Because he can stand there, you just like absolutely obliterate him.
Yeah.
He goes, boop. That all happens again. Do we go with the Archon as well and just try and pick up tanks? Thing is, all your las guns pick me up.
Yeah. There's a lot of plasma. There's 2 units of Cascan knocking around here. There's
Best thing I could do is get a big charge with him and park him here.
with which one? The
With
boats.
the boat, yeah. Yeah, you said you were.
There's not
Yeah.
space for the Succubus, but the boats can definitely fly over there.
Archon's going. You want me to advance in the tray, please? Because I won't.
And I thought.
So he's got a 8, so 15.
And this is full rerolls.
This is full rerolls Archon. He's actually not great into you.
Yeah, because he's strength 5, isn't he?
No,
No, 4.
that's
Not
kicker.
Ginblade, or is he
He's
Ginblade?
Ginbladed, yeah.
That's just, strength
He's
4.
the killy guy, but strength 4 on a relic is weird.
Yeah.
But strength 5, he'd be. Oh my god, he'd be
Amazing.
amazing. Incubi are going to chill because I need something to get primary later. Cool.
Overrated.
Shooting.
That's all that's left in here.
Yes, yeah. And they're just going to sit there and keep popping that strat to get extra saves from cover while you mortar them.
Yeah, they are.
There's Incubi move. There's nothing left in there. Cool. Shooting. Shredder. Here.
Which one?
Oh.
Unit 4, unit of 10.
I caught it before it stopped.
Which one?
The unit
so what's the 10?
of
You can't see the
10.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3.
It's blast.
Yes. 1 hit.
Advance.
Yeah.
-1.
I rolled a 3, didn't I?
You're the one to wound anyway. So.
Cool. They're charging that and killing that in combat anyway. Oh, my Hellions. I said I was going to put them down here, didn't I?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
So they are going to have to come in here. You're just going to have to deal with them.
There's a lot of stuff I've got to deal with.
Oh. Do you mind swapping that guy for one of them? Because I had 2
Yeah, sure.
sergeants in the other squad.
Does it make a difference which one?
No, it doesn't.
How can you tell which one's a sergeant?
He's holding it with one hand.
Oh.
There's 2 with holding it with one hand. So they're going to actually come in a little bit tighter so you can't get really cheeky angles. So I go.
Not a safe spot.
There's no safe spot.
Yeah, that sword took that in for me. Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Thank you. We're trying really hard to roll in the tray.
Try.
I'm sorry. Can I see you with a pistol?
Yeah, my base is just tipping over the edge.
No? Cool. 20. Oh, fuck.
We got
My Raider's chilling, so I got no Dark Lancers. This guy's going to shoot into this squad. I look like I'm in within 12, don't I? Okay, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. So cannon. Reroll one of them. Nothing. Rifles. 1, please. No AP. Cool. Sounds worthwhile. Archon advanced. These guys can't see anything. They've shot Hellions. Can I see any infantry there with 18 inches? Not really. I don't think so. I'm just going to shoot the. I'm just going to shoot the guy in front of him.
Okay, yeah.
2 hits. 1 wound. The guy in front.
AP?
No.
I'll take 1.
Cool. Puts him on
And
even wounds.
yeah, even numbers.
Yeah. I think that's all my shooting. So I've just gone charge stuff. Cool.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
That I can do nothing about.
Cool.
Yeah, they're within 4. So it'll
Yeah. Incubi.
Incubi into. Oh, it's in
This
combat.
guy.
Yeah,
Combat,
okay,
yeah.
combat.
That's the reason the.
Oh, well, Overwatch. No.
Ooh! Yeah.
It's a tasty Overwatch.
There's a reason those witches stayed in combat.
Yep.
The venom is gonna go into this boy. You overwatching?
The more stuff I pick up with every activation, the better for me.
Time for some Bernie on the Venom.
The big shots. 1, 4, 6s. 1 nothing, but 1 mortal wound on me.
Yay! It's begun.
Flamers. Oh, that's not going to get him.
This is the Flamers.
Pause. Oh, maybe.
Maybe he is.
Oh no.
You saw me fail all my saves before with him.
6
Oh no.
Minus yes.
Yeah, -1.
He takes 3.
Yeah, check 3.
Oh, he's okay. He's fine.
Start moving. How far to go?
So he's going to come this way.
Yeah, so it doesn't get the back of his base over, so I'll check it for you.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't fit? No.
It doesn't get the back of his base over.
So he's going to pile in and tag that, basically.
Yep.
I'll put the wound marker there, did I? 3?
It's here.
Yeah, cool. Cool. The Archon's going to go into the same one. I will do the Hellions first.
Yep.
Cool. Can you just get them on the objective, please?
On the objective.
And if you can string one out this way, because the Archon's got a 6-inch bubble, 3 rolls.
Oh, yeah, cool.
In case he fails his charge.
There you go.
So Archon's going to go into. Actually, witches are going to charge this. So the 5-man. 6.
Yeah, the welding. So.
Yeah. These guys have 1 attack each.
Yep. Sergeant in that squad has a gun, so it's 2 attacks.
Yep. So definitely, all 3 Russes have the heavy flamers in the hulls. 3 of them, and then they've all got the plasma Cushioner turrets on top. It's a very good build. Exactly what you need from a guard list at the minute is you can move up with your Leman Russes and just movement block anything that wants to charge with those 3 heavy flamers. It's oppressive.
It is. I think one of them's got the Relic Gatekeeper, which is the battle cannon relic, I believe. Is that, have I got that correct?
Yeah, sorry, that is the
3.
tank commander. I think that's one in the bottom left that you can see there.
Yep.
And the other 3 in the middle are the plasma Cushioners.
Yeah, and again, also little stuff like the turrets now, you can shoot out of combat with the turrets, even if somebody's locked you up, yeah? So you just use the flamers to sort of, like, flame the chaff that you're in combat with, yeah?
Yep.
And just clear them and just go, well, that's fine, I'm going to use my turret elsewhere anyway. So don't necessarily, you know, yeah, you have to take a -1 hit, but so what, right? You know? So yeah, well, as you can see, Robert just doing the best he can right now. He's just trying to get his choppy characters like Draz, Succubus, some Incubi, yeah.
Yep.
Just trying to chop up some Russes, but as he said, the problem is, look how many lasguns or mortars are still behind to go, that's fine. You're going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 of the vehicles here and maybe a bit of, maybe a sentinel or whatever. But guess what? I have so much behind, just literally like 2nd rank fire vibes, just ready to just sort of blow it all away, right?
And even if, say for example, if Rob kills some of these tanks, consolidates into another one, Rob's positioning himself in a way that he's always got the ability to fall back. Even with some of the troop units in the middle, he can fall back away from these units that are going to pile into him. And that's the key, because if he can fall back, he can that unit Dark Eldar.
Yep.
Whether it's with mortars, Russes, all got plasma guns. Dark Eldar.
So we're kicking off with a Clavex here onto one of the tanks. So let's join and let's see how the fight phase goes for Robert in round 3.
Yep. So those are at -3, they're at -4.
-4s, 6s.
Cool, that's 9 damage.
So they usually explode. Be nice if it did.
Oh, that's not nice.
So D3 into the Cablites.
Oh no.
3. Oh, 1. D3 into the Witches. 3.
That's bad.
D3 into the Cablites. They're not the things. The Archons, the things that killed me. 2.
Good too. Cool.
D3 into this unit of Witches. 3. D3 into Drazha. 3. D3 into my my Sentinel.
Mike,
Explode.
Stop it! Stop it!
So that
The
one
three to
Leman
Draz.
Russ
The
has
Sentinel
done
explodes so fast because it takes 1
more
and
than
dies,
12
and the
mortal
Sentinel
wounds across
explode.
the
No.
rest of the Dark Eldar squad surrounding it.
So we did 3 to Draz, so this unit of guards,
These guys took.
they took 3.
Razar taking 3 mortal wounds.
And then, right, so it's not going to get them.
Yeah,
the
6 like
the
that,
witches
right, so
taking
But it definitely
2.
gets my tank here.
It gets them.
It definitely gets this
This is
unit.
Calabites
definitely
taking
gets that unit
3.
there.
This camera is on. Please, can you apologise to Robert now?
That
Now.
was brutal.
People at home, you're sorry for what you have done.
Well, let me just roll 1s for my squad, then I'll be sorry. This squad. Oh no, they lose 3.
There's 1 left in that.
Yeah, just the sergeants. We'll lose this
Oh,
squad.
plus this guy
Save
actually.
2. 1 and 2.
That was
Grip,
straight
punching you
brutal
first.
there.
Stick one.
Wow.
Very sorry, Rob.
The thing is, if
Could've
he
been
blows
fun
up
playing
another tank and it explodes again, you're going to have a similar situation. There's that many small units of DRUKHARI.
Cool.
There's just going to be mortal wounds going left, right, and centre.
That like Robert was literally just like, oh, nice Incubi chopped up a Leman Russ. Oh, I've just destroyed my entire army.
Oopsie.
It's like the Clavex literally just went, I'm going to accidentally chop the I don't know, the power cell of the Leman Russ, and it just went kaboom! Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Right, let's cross back. Let's see. Yeah, Yeah, that Leman Russ is gone. Let's join and see the rest of the fight phase goes.
So on your Sentinel, you got 5 -1s, 1 -2.
5 -1s. He's dead.
Cool.
Only just, but he's dead.
Do it. Do it.
Well,
Can I get to him with my piling?
no, not a chance. You're not even within 4.
Cool.
But you can get to this one.
Yeah, I'll
just
attack
by
him, yeah.
touching there if you want.
Yeah.
Say this side of the wall.
Yeah, cool. Cool. The Archon. Can you roll for my Gin Blade? See if I hurt myself.
So one dice.
Yes. Yeah. Why did I do that?
So what's that? One mortal wound.
One mortal wound.
If this isn't proof that this is not Robert's game,
No.
I don't know what is.
6s to wound.
Sorry, rolls.
2 at -4.
-4, so 6s.
6 damage.
6 damage.
The Venom's gonna activate, and he's gonna base. He charged both of them, didn't he? So he's
Well, you
gonna.
can't base, but you can touch.
Well, he's
You
gonna
charge both.
base
that guy.
him.
Cool. Yeah.
Because then the Archon's not out, so you can't shoot him unless it dies. Single reroll. Well, no.
Nope.
That was his job, though. Well, I was going to see how many wounds the witches do here, but
Not many witches.
not many witches left. Those cats are going to just go on a murder spree now as well, aren't they?
Well, one volley gun. It's 2. There's a volley gun and a las gun.
Cool.
That just helps. But just
We'll punch this.
yeah.
Did I multi-charge? I did. No, I just charged
you
that.
just charged
Yeah,
one.
because I wanted the safer one.
Yeah.
Cool. Reroll 1s for Archon. And this is 5s. Pause. Rerolling 1s for the succubus. So 1 at -1, 5 at -2.
5
into the
-2.
Chimera.
Oh, make all but 1, and the 2 and the 1 at less.
God, those dice are loaded.
-1. Yeah. Or that's the need to roll a 1 for your Archon.
Oh, yeah, I should probably mark him up too.
This 3 is
He's on the Venom. If you just chuck that on too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And he's on what? 5 or 6 or 4?
He's got 4. Yeah.
4.
Oh, the Incubi are gonna pile in into cover.
Consolidate.
Yeah, they're just gonna come into cover if
Yep.
that's so good, man.
Yeah, fine.
I was just traumatized from what just happened.
Succubus.
Succubus. So she's going to come this way.
Yep. Oh, can't wait for that Russ to explode. Can't wait for it.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to explode. They're going to activate my Archon a second time. Then it's going to take his last wound when you roll 1 for me again. Cool. That's 6 mortal wounds. It kills it.
Oh. Oh, well. Here's a 6. Oh, what's
Oh,
today? Here's
go
a
again.
6. So that's everything again. Tom, this is Stradzar just for you. This is Stradzar. Oh, only a 1. No. The witches, 1. The succubus, 2. Everything's exploding. 2 on the succubus.
2 on the succubus. She's
The
got 3.
Archon takes 3.
So he's got. Cool.
1.
I'm not going to activate him again this time.
I think you should activate him again.
I don't
Mike,
quite know if you guys can hear
Mike.
this,
3.
Does it blow up?
but every time Mike's rolled a 6, oh, for
So it kills the Archon.
His venom flew up and killed the Archon from the explosion.
Oh my
Mike!
days. Oh
So it kills
my
that.
days.
It kills that.
So
This is
the universe is
And the venom's now dead. And there's
coalescing
another- well, that's already
against
dead. It's only
Rob
3 for your
here.
explosions,
We've
plus
had
a wound on this
That's it.
guy.
2 Leman Russes blow up,
6.
and the Venom killed the Archon.
yeah. So basically, loads of incubi, loads of witches. Drazar took some wounds. He took 3 wounds, and then all of a sudden he did it again. Rolled the other explosion on the other Russ, taken out basically more witches and the Archon with the Gin Blade. I'll be honest with you. It is an absolute clusterfuck, and that is swearing. All
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
it is it's just a mess.
What are they doing? Fighting on a landmine field
I
here.
don't know. This, like, Oh.
Yeah, no, man. When
A
it
few
goes,
more
it goes. Nothing
mortal
else
wounds going off on them
was
Leman Russes, as you can see the dice is on top of him. And now spilling into the guard squad as well. But let's be honest, each guardman lost by an explosion is nothing compared to Incubi, Witches, Archons being lost in explosions as well. Youch. That was a big hit in Rob's turn against Rob, unfortunately. Yes, Leman Russes are gone, but I think he's lost half of the models that he's charged with,
Just
at
through
least.
explosions. So Draz is about to have a go into the Chimera, and so you'll see him just there above the Chimera.
Hopefully he doesn't blow this Chimera up,
Yeah, I
because
know.
that'll be Drazar finished off as well from mortal wounds, probably.
So Draz going with his first wave of attacks. Here we go.
Go into there if I don't pick them up.
Oh, we're gone then. Roll.
So it'll be 2s and 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that.
Cool. Then the second act, so then he'll consolidate.
Do you need to do a consolidate with the circle?
Oh, yes, thank you. There's nowhere I can look out sir anymore
Please
because
don't hurt me.
everything's dead. She's gonna. There's still. Okay, so she's gonna come
Get
here,
rid of these.
and she's gonna be in engagement range, slightly further away than this
Okay,
guy.
so staying in engagement range.
Oh, it doesn't help because it's not looking out sir.
Yeah, you're not looking upstairs because everything's dead.
Cool, Draz.
Well, yeah, Drad's gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his business.
It's gonna fucking explode.
Big attacks.
3 damage attacks at 5. Or.
Can't wait to explode at the Chimera.
Cool. I missed one of them.
Roll
4.
hits. Oh yeah, no, because the Ark spread.
Yeah. Just 2.
Just 2
Minus 3.
AP.
Minus 3.
That's right.
6 damage.
That was about 6 damage. Down to 5. But you want to know if he would have exploded if you'd have killed him?
Yes.
No.
We're gonna go there. So basically, you can't escape.
Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna
Cool.
flame into combat. He's all good. Okay.
Does these guys here, does that do anything? For your primary, it doesn't, does it? Because you're not controlling that.
No, so I'm just going to be
So
4.
I'm going to activate these guys, they're 6, come off the objective, and get behind enemy lines.
Why not?
Cool.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Morale checks. That
Um,
one witch left in that squad.
she's fine.
That guy lost 3 because he was a unit of 4, but he is the sergeant, so he's okay.
Cool.
Everything else died entirely.
That
They've
just lost 1.
They've only lost 1.
Yeah, because one got killed shooting, didn't
Yeah,
it?
because they had 1 on 1,
Yeah.
and then they've only taken
Yeah.
2 mortals from explosions. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's all the morale.
Points.
Good talk.
3,
I'll knock that back over to me.
3 behind enemy lines. Take them alive. What did I kill in combat? 1,
So 1 guard squad here.
2,
The tank there. The
3.
tank here.
3.
And the
4.
sentinel. 4. Yeah, that feels about right.
It doesn't feel good though, does it? No, I'll max that then. Cool.
2 then. Right.
So the boys are just totting up points there for Robert. Wow. So he is just like, he's had some bad luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far he's done well on reasonably well on the primary. He's getting up a few points off for his behind enemy lines. That's probably going to be the most profitable one for him this game. Take them alive. He's still
killed
got
stuff
some
in combat, right?
He's killed stuff. He's running out of things to kill stuff with. I mean, Drazar's still on the table. He's got the succubus. Is the succubus still alive at the bottom?
Yep. So well, she's tucked next to the Chimera, just underneath that.
She's tucked next
piece,
to the Chimera.
But
Yeah.
she's in trouble now. Let's be
Yep,
honest. Her bodyguard accidentally blew up in the explosion, basically. So the thing that was granting her sort of protection is gone. So she's
That's
sort of
it,
pretty
yep.
much open, you know.
He's got the Hellions on the top, behind those crates. He's got Incubi on the right-hand side behind the blue crates, which, to be honest, he's probably going to keep there. They've got a 2+ their cover, and they're probably the most durable thing he's got against those mortars at the minute. So I don't see them moving out to kill stuff. The bottom right, are they Calibite Warriors or Witches as well?
I think they're Cabalite Warriors, then.
Yep, so
Yep.
they're probably not going to move off objective number 5. They're just going to be sat there scoring primary. So it's just... he's got... Cabalites up on objective 3 behind the L shape on the left-hand side. I don't see 3 Cabalites standing up to that much guard shooting that you can leverage on them, especially when the mortars can just target them. And then down the bottom, are they more Witches or are they Incubi on the objective number 2?
I know. I believe they're Hellions.
Oh, they're
that's a
Hellions
squad
as
of two.
well.
I think there's
that
only 2
makes
left
sense.
there. Yeah.
So
Because
yeah,
I think the last one he's shooting last turn. I think the thing here for Mike is just like, look, let's polish up, let's clear up whatever's left, yeah, and then also try and score some points at the same time while I'm at it. So we will see what happens there.
His banners, they're just going to keep rolling.
Just keep rolling.
Inflexible command is just going to keep rolling. Boots on the ground. What's the scoring conditions for that? Do you know?
Boots on the ground is basically, it's like sort of table quarters for guard.
Right.
Basically,
Okay.
like have infantry on the board effectively, and guess what he does? He's got Kazaki, he's got guardsmen left still. The only thing that they haven't added up yet for Rob is secondaries, as in some of his no prisoner secondaries, but because that's scored at the end of the game technically. But you know, we'll see how that actually sort of comes across. If you know what I mean.
He has killed a lot.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
So that
The only thing is, like, the tanks don't count to no
skyrocket
prisoners, though.
towards
That's all. That's the only issue,
But the
right?
tanks have killed a lot of his infantry with the explodes. He's also piled in and killed a few with his actual infantry. So there's a certain amount of guardsmen that have actually died, not just the tanks. So that 40 will go up by the end of the game.
Yep.
I'm just working some editorial magic here, just fixing the overlay.
No. This is where you're wrong. I'm trying to fix the overlay. Because as far as I'm concerned, 10 points for raised and banners is a bit much at this point. So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I was thinking that was 10. Let's cut back to the players just while we sort this.
Just stays over here. That's fine. Yep. So that's okay. He can reroll ones. Why not? Again, these are moving. I can give them an order up there with the radio. Let's give them.
Oh, you kept the radio, yeah.
Yeah, they kept the lots of them. Otherwise, I'd have messed up my boots on the ground.
Cool.
They're going to step down because they might get me some.
They're getting engagement range, so you have to step like here.
Yeah, is that not okay?
Oh, yes, within an inch that way. So yeah, fine.
Yeah, so it should be okay there
Yeah,
as well.
fine.
It's not doing much that way. Yeah, so.
Close enough.
And then we'll give them the order. Move,
Get secondaries.
Yeah, move. And we'll move those down to the ground floor.
Cool. You can't shoot if you move, can you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless I've got assault weapons.
Yeah.
By dicks. That's fine.
I was just counting an advance roll.
So that's a straight 8 inches down. So I've still got 4 more inches. Is it worth putting them this side of the wall? You can just shoot the dark lance, or you can charge them. There's those things there. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Heading towards the middle. We'll give the squad move as well. No, I can't because he can only give it in the 9 range of him. So they'll just probably advance. Right, so. Still here. They still have a box, so that's okay. Shield advance. 11. Or do I want to? That's you. It's okay. I'm not going to advance with her. That's okay.
Yeah, it's all good, bud.
Just gonna step around to there. I'm gonna use head pistol for the first time.
She's got a decent pistol, isn't she?
These guys we will advance. Oh, saying that. I want the mortars can move to keep up. So yeah, I'm gonna advance those. 9. Yeah. That keeps those mortars can shift over there. These mortars will also shift up. Up there. Keeping my happy auras. What deals with Draspar? This guy goes, so he needs to move 2 and back an inch. So that takes, so there first of all is 3 inches.
And then whatever you want forward.
9 inches more, puts him on there, plus I can advance, so might as well.
Yep.
So another
15.
15. He's fine. Oh, done fucked up.
It's taking the objective or something. Cool.
Yeah, just taking the objective. I do not know where that went.
Well, there's 12, wasn't there? There's one wound, I think.
So just whilst Mike is doing a little bit of movement, let's just have a quick scoot around the board and see sort of what's left. So, like, if we look at what's on the Drukhari side of the board, there's a Raider.
Yep.
And what appears to be what is that the that's not no the
I think
Archon's
that's an
gone in.
Incubi,
That must be the
behind the
Incubi
Raider.
that's just sort of chilling there.
Yep.
Then there's a collection of
Units.
units.
Racks, and I think he's got maybe another Incubi back there.
Yeah, they're Hemoxite, so they're the toughness 5 ones.
They might
maybe.
be, yeah. They're the tough unit of the elite racks, if you will. Saturn Objective 4, as I say, they're probably the most durable things that he's got against these mortars.
And then there's the Homunculus you can see just at the right, just above that crater, that's just chilling. He's making his way slowly over to Objective 1 with his injector pistols and being like, yo, anybody want some upgrades? I'm going to put some drugs in you. That's the plan.
That's exactly what they sound like.
That,
and the Hellions you can just see peeking through the gap between the crates and the building up top as well. Just above the Homunculus there.
I think the Hellions just want to avoid being the target of mortar attacks, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be good for scoring behind enemy lines. They're very fast. They've got a fair amount of shooting for how many there are. And they can do some damage in combat.
Yep.
Let's not rule them out straight away.
But the only problem that we have here, I don't want to say a problem, but this is if Mike has the turn he needs here, like basically just decimates everything that he has, like the ability to, then like it's pretty much game. Ignore Mikey.
That booming voice coming over the airways.
We have a PA system that we use, and I'll be honest with you, the boy doesn't need it. He sounds loud enough as he is, so you know.
That's just raw Mikey volume coming in through our ears there. So as you can see, the secondary boots on the ground that Mike's taken, he's starting to maneuver to start scoring that from his next turn onwards.
He's just getting some infantry out into different quadrants, right? And just being like, right, I'm going to start scoring 3-4 points on this.
Yep. He's taken a look at what Rob's got left, and he's gone, I can weather the storm if he puts it down on me. They're only guardsmen. They're not hard to kill. You know, those Hellions are still a threat. But he's making Rob decide, do you come after my units in the midboard? Or do you go for the behind enemy lines points there with those Hellions? And there's no... What do you think he should do there? I would say the behind enemy lines is more valuable, but at the same time, if he just flies them back there to score at behind enemy lines, he's just
dead.
Shot.
Yeah, they're dead.
So is it worth trading them, or is it worth trading them for points?
I mean, at this point, I don't think Robert has too many options left. As you can see, Mike's starting in the shooting phase to start pick up things. So there's that squad of Hellions at the bottom. They're pretty much gone as they've got way too much stuff looking at them. And I think they've somehow managed to survive the first round of shooting from Kazakin. So it looks like they're going to be popping some other shots into him just to try and take that last one off Objective 2. And I think that's it dead. And oh, I'm sorry, they moved on to the Incubi there. So anyway, there was one Hellion gone, Incubi gone in the middle. It's just a polishing up. I mean, the mortars did advance this turn, so they're not shooting this turn.
True, yeah.
As far as I'm aware, unless not all of them did. I know one squad did, so... the problem's going to be Drazar, actually, by that Chimera. It looks like the Lord Solar's, like, lining himself up for a galloping charge.
What is the Lord Solar like in combat?
You feel free to go and have a look, sir.
I'll look that
while
up,
you have a look, we'll cross back to the boys and we'll let Mike begin his traditional guard shooting phase, which will involve lots of las guns and lots of tank plasma.
It's good.
Oh, no.
She fails. Last one. Have you got anything else to shoot into? If you spend CP.
Nope.
I'll spend a CP for the last one.
Bonk.
That's actually quite important. Oh, took that off you.
So we've got some charges. We've got some more shooting. This squad that's just came on into... Oh, she's still in combat.
No.
Oh, no, she's the one who's out.
I had to pull you out of combat because the one at the front had the wound.
So there's nothing he can see now that's... everything from him into...
Roll your shots?
8 shots.
You're hitting on 3s, aren't you?
Yeah.
Cool. Don't worry, buddy.
Okay. There's a wound marker. Oops. Sorry, the Commissar's just going to go and go with them because why would you say in transport is about to die?
Cool.
can't you push into combat? All this Cadian into those two guys there.
Cool.
With the reels.
Oh, you haven't shot your mortars yet.
No, haven't shot the mortar check.
I'm gonna let me see. I'm gonna spend a CP.
They've got full rerolls.
You're extra cover.
Oh yeah.
So you're
AP2.
AP2, so it puts me on a 1 up, so it puts me on a 3 up.
Take aim AP3. Sorry.
Go for it.
Two sniper rifle, misses, reroll, hits, and doesn't wound. Okay, 2 plasmas, 2 hits, 2 wounds, AP 4, 5.
Saves 1, saves 2.
Saves the other. Okay, make me work for it.
Maybe I should have.
1.
Oh, they're either heavy
2.
guys. They're full range.
That was no, the volley guns are rapid fire 2.
Yeah.
So 2 just to those, then lasgun, and that's probably all there's left.
So 2 orders.
And I'm hitting on 2s. So use 1s.
Is that the trait they have or something?
Pardon?
Is that the trait they have for 2s?
No, because +1 to hit the extra.
Oh, yeah, cool. 5 saves?
No rerolls.
7 saves?
3, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's reroll as well.
2, 4, 5, 6.
7 saves, AP3.
So 1 up. So 2 up saves, so 5 up in mugs. Or 5 up normal saves. Cool.
Oh, that's that's bad. Okay, mortars.
Yep.
Squad with strength. It doesn't matter because they're all going over there.
They're going here.
So squad with strength 6. 7 shots. 6, 7. Reroll 1s.
T4.
3s. Reroll 1s. 3
3.
saves, please.
Normal armor.
Normal armor.
Cool. Kill 1.5.
Next squad. 10. Choose miss. Miss. Reroll the 1. Misses.
5 again.
Autos. 3s. Reroll 1s.
5 again.
5 again.
Cool. So save 3, so 2.
Last one, same place.
Yep.
Okay, way back. 15.
Five again.
So
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 again.
There's 2 left. One of them's got 1 wound.
2 left.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got away with that fucking big time.
Let's. I think I'm on charges. I don't think I've got any shoots left.
Do you forget about these guys?
Yeah. Thank you.
You probably get a couple of. Oh, they advanced your command squad, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to charge them with something here if you want to kill them.
Yeah.
Or you can just leave them and give me behind enemy life points. Please.
Yeah, they can't do that. I've only got a single die, so they can charge them.
Cool.
Which is not enough. Creed didn't advance, so I'm going to try Creed charge.
Yep.
Okay, that'll do. Can you measure, is that 10 from here?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Whee.
Yeah, because if you didn't do that, I was going to charge. You don't know obstacle. I could have stole that.
I'm going to charge him into those.
Yeah. Him in both into drones.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to charge these Cadian into the single witch.
Yep. I'm back, Caskin.
I'm not Cadian. I'm going to charge the Commissar into the single witch just in case.
Yep.
Cadian buckets. Am I with 7? Yeah. Do you want to see if Solar fights fast? He does not.
He is not leadership 5.
Right, never fought with him in combat, so let's see what he does. Solar.
So the Lord Solar's gone in
6 attacks.
on Drazar.
Cool. -1 is hit.
Yeah, so we looked up
For your-
how good he is in combat. So he's got 6 attacks hitting on 2s. His weapon is called Conquest, which is strength user, so strength 6, -3, 2 damage. I'm just having a look if he hands out his abilities to himself. He'll be handing out his Lord Commander Solar ability to himself if he selected himself in the command phase. I'm not too sure if he selected for that in the command phase though, which would be reroll to hit and if it was core. Which
And that is Drazar dead. There you go.
Ouch.
Lord
Yeah,
Solar
there you
done what he
go.
needed to do.
not mess about. Man and his horse.
Man and his horse, unfortunately, are galloping to the glue factory because he needs the horse is dead. And the horse
ride of the singular Rohirrim.
But yes, no, Drazar is gone. So sorry, Drazar, you couldn't beat a horse.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Get good next time.
I feel like he was just hoofed in the face. Poof, bang.
Yeah.
Andy the Tech Dad saying, Tom, who are we getting for round 6? Any chance for the GSC player? Unfortunately not. Mark unfortunately lost, so it's looking like, I'll be honest with you, Mike, I would imagine from this, I could be wrong. It's all still to play for, but I'd imagine Mike was in Astra Militarum, so we'll be taking the top player of undefeated players, and I would imagine it'll be versus Josh Roberts with his Adeptus Custodes, who we had on last game at round 4, who beat his brother. So Mike will be after vengeance for his brother if that's how it works out. Guard versus Custodes. Somebody in the somebody on Terror has fucked up, and the Guard are fighting the Custodes. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe they're Renegade Guard. You never know.
These
These things do happen.
We need to speak to Mike. See if
Chaos
he's...
whispers in the ear of the mortals.
Yeah. And also, there's some witches that have just died as well there from some of the Kazakin, I think, that charged in, and they're just now piling round, basically.
Yeah.
It'll help Mike with boots on the ground as well, unless they die, because then he can just start pushing further into the other side of the table and stuff like that.
Piling into the Cabalites there as well, just to tie them up, stop them from doing anything that could potentially score Rob some points there.
Yeah. So I believe that is pretty much nearly the end of the fight phase. I think there'll be a leadership for those Hellions at the top. Oh no, sorry, still rolling some attacks actually here. Let's work out where these attacks are coming in at. Oh, it's Ursula Creed in the bottom left corner, isn't it? That's what's going on.
It is.
Ursula's got a stick out and she's scrapping with some Cabalite warriors. Ursula is the daughter of Ursak Oak Creed, if I think I've got that right.
The Giga Chad of all Creed commanders.
She has done Daddy proud because she has just wiped out some Cabalite warriors with her stick.
That's it.
You clunk them on the head. Yeah,
be gone.
Yeah. Be gone, because my father is the champion of of Cadia, even though Cadia is no longer a thing. And I will continue.
It's in our hearts.
Yeah.
Hearts and souls.
One of my favourite stories that it was in like the Guard 4th edition codex was the Battle of Tyrock Fields, where Creed first came to the fore because like all of the regimental like leadership of the planet, yeah, just sort of like were rubbish and got killed and stuff, and then he stood up and united the floundering Guard forces and pushed back against the heretics who had come, the cultists and the stuff that had risen up, and that was the one where his banner, somebody always took the banner before it fell. So if the guards were holding the banner, like ever like was to be like so the guardsman was killed, somebody else would be there ready to take it until they died.
Just following him around, just like, dude, I got you.
And then
Drop
obviously
this big stick with a flag on. I got you, bro.
And then there was Sergeant Culler Kell, who was his like right hand man, who would always hold his banner and was like his bodyguard protection and stuff like that. He's dead
true
now.
bromance.
Yeah, he's
I
dead
mean,
now.
they're both dead. But
yeah. However, Kell died at the breaking of Cadia, didn't he? The fall of Cadia. So.
Oh, was there a?
That was in the final thing
he had
where
to witness his friend die before.
Exactly.
Poor lad.
See, with competitive Warhammer, you also get lore as well. I mean, we are literally we're the dream. I'm telling you now.
Does Ursula Creed? Does she have like a Bezzy mate?
No, she's very well. I mean, she has a relic flag, which is very good, apparently. But no, she just doesn't. She's just appeared out of nowhere in the lore, and
character carrying the little.
She hasn't got no.
Role.
I do feel like she could have like a what's like a female version of Kelly. So she could have Sergeant Kelly, rather than Kel, and they can be a girl posse going around showing the men of the 41st millennium who's boss.
I mean, Ursula Creed's doing enough on her own to represent the female badasses of Cadia here. She's just smacked two Cabalite warriors in the face with a stick, murdering them outright. I think that's pretty good. Unfortunately, the Hellions, it looks like, have come to wrap her up there on the other side of the wall. Speaking of which, we've now moved into Rob's turn.
We have.
It's looking like so. I imagine it's going to be a fairly short turn. He's not got a lot left. Let's just take a look what he has got left. Again, this raider hiding behind the building.
Yeah.
The elite racks hiding behind the crates. I and the Hellions up at the top. I think there might be a couple of Cabalites or Witches hanging around, but literally a couple.
You're about to see there's just something. There's on objective 5. You'll see the things have come through the building there, where he's just measuring, and he looks like he's probably going to go pick on those Kazakin to stop him getting boots on the ground. Is what I would think.
They got out there. They must have got out of the raider there.
Yeah. So.
Is it 2 or 3 Cabalite warriors in the middle, else just hanging on the outside of that wall. And I think that's about it as far as the DRUKHARI go. So what we'll do is we'll hand over to the players and let them just roll through. Probably coming close to the movement phase, at the end of the movement phase now, and into the shooting phase.
Get obsec and try and get stuff. Cool. So, shooting. They're going to shoot there.
Cool.
4s because they're
There's 2 squads there, remember.
Is
One
there...
single guy. And so you probably want to shoot the one single guy to get the points?
Yeah. One of them. Nothing. Cool. Can't do anything, can't do anything, can't do anything. Charges. Going to charge over there with the incubi.
Yeah.
Just put them in and we'll move block your tank in. We'll charge Creed. So we'll pop into this side. Get behind enemy lines.
I'll pick up this guard squad when you... No, I'll make you rush in case you whiff real fast.
Cool.
But...
That's all my charges.
Cool.
It's all my units, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything's on the board. 4 units left.
Cool. 2s.
2s.
There's no strats.
Which one you want to do first?
We'll go over here. We'll see if I can make you fight last over there. Definitely going over here.
I will interrupt there.
Yeah. Cool. 2s.
Is she Cadian and can I use hold on?
You have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left of this round.
Put the clock on me.
Yeah, so
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I just check what that stratagem is because I think I can transhuman her.
So it'll be it'll go from 3s to 4s.
Yeah, which for a CP is worth it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Relentless Wargaming. Fine. I would just like to submit most of it. That's mine. Where is that stratagem?
It's like Cadian Stands or something it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, there it is. Cadian infantry unit. She is a Cadian
Cool.
infantry. So transhuman.
Cool.
That's great.
Cool. I was going to roll these at the same time, but I'll re-roll any fails. Or a fail.
Yeah.
With a CP. 4, 2 damage. Pop.
AP.
Does it matter?
As long as it's more than one.
Yeah. Oh, so it's 1 or 2. So.
Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine. So 4, 5.
Kills her.
Oh.
And I
Get
won't.
back up on a tour.
What?
No, you can't. Go ahead, can you rest? her out?
Suddenly, her father reappears.
Yeah.
Well,
Incubi.
that was short-lived. Creed is no longer alive.
Yeah, we bigged her up too much, I think.
Okay. I also love the fact that her father survived everything, and then she goes in against some Cavalite warriors, and then some Hellions just come and be like, chop chop.
Chip, chip, chop.
Do you think she'll be like leaving? She thinks she's had a daughter as herself, or like a child herself? I think we're gonna have like somebody else Creed coming up next. Violet Creed, I don't know. Assassin Creed.
Ursula Creed Jr.
Yeah, some junior version.
3's kill.
So it looks like we're just jumping through Robert's combat phase
4,
here. Let's
6,
see if he
7,
can manage to
so
pick
killed
some
8
more
total.
stuff up. And that's Kazakin, 8 dead on
Wow,
the other
yeah,
side
yeah.
of the board, which is nice. I think
Can they trap me? Just so you know, 'cause I'll either leave one. Well, I'm going to be the same anyway, so I'll pull that guy so you can't.
Mike's just trying to make sure they can't get trapped. So we'll see
What I
what
will
happens.
do though is I'll come forward.
Yeah,
So you,
touch him.
killed 1 unit, but it was a character. For 3.
Yep.
Prisoners waiting at the end, and I killed 1 unit. Oh, morale. You gonna spend it?
What do you get if you kill him?
2 more points.
Yeah.
Not 2 more points.
Yeah, spend it. All pass.
Yeah.
Just to save points. It's getting close.
2 more kills for no prison. That's all it
Yeah,
gets.
that's fine.
Yeah. Cool. And I killed 2 squads. 2 squads, 1 squad. It's 1 squad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we score in my turn 2 banners.
And you go
I've
on
already had my CP on for this turn.
3 and 3 each, so 8
I
for
need
primary.
to put a banner on here. Yeah. So primary. So I need to get thank you. Right, so what orders do we do? They could move. I could just advance because they only need a 1-inch advance to get on there, and then I can raise a banner.
Holy crap! How are the points so close?
Yeah, we're super close.
Your last turn, you just get all
I'm
primary.
going to give them the advance and raise banner thing on this unit.
Do you mind if I just pile these guys into cover?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah, cool.
Go for it. Advance, raise banner, and then they advance a 2. She'll do.
Is that advanced action? Is it?
Yeah, advance action.
Cool. And you're upset, aren't you?
No,
you got
but
more
now
on
I've got
there.
2
Cool.
models, so.
Cool.
If you're just joining us right now, hello. Where have you been all weekend long? This is round 5 of our Hellstorm All-Stars Heat 1. You've got Tom and Billy with you just as we draw to a close of round 5. It's so close between Mike and Robert. Mike with his ASTRA MILITARUM, Robert with his DRUKHARI, who is looking a bit thin on the ground now, but as he said, toe-to-toe on the points.
That's it. Rob's played very well to score the points that he has. Despite the lack of models that he's got, he's using them wisely to get the points that he needs. At this point, though, I feel like Mike is just going to start scoring more. Rob got first turn.
Yep.
And as you can see, the scores are neck and neck. So this is before Mike started scoring his end of the round secondaries. So he is going to start creeping ahead in points now. And I think that's going to continue moving through the rest of the game because there's not very many Dark Eldar models left on the table.
The only thing is, we haven't been adding Robert's No Prisoners on yet, because obviously scored at the end of the game.
True.
So I'd imagine there's going to be maybe 5 or 6 points there already, just with what's been killed.
He's killed 2 Kazakin squads.
Yeah, couple of guardsman squads,
and a
and that
couple
would
of
probably be
guardsman squads.
enough to just start tipping some points over. So I think Mike is going to have to just, as he's doing right now, just
Get
plan out, get on those objectives. Yeah.
Yep, primary. He's now going to start scoring his secondaries for boots on the ground because he's pushing out into different table quarters. What was his other one? Raise banners. Yeah, he's going to start getting those banners up on those objectives as well now.
Yeah.
I would imagine he's not going to move anymore with those mortars and use the mortars to take care of everything else while the rest of his infantry move up and start actioning. But we'll see what he's planning here.
And also, if you have 0 plans tonight, well, in probably about an hour or so's time, we have the final game. The 2 bosses, the person who wins this game, will play the winner of Josh Roberts versus Jack Doddy or whoever else pairs upwards. I'm just going to get a quick nod to see from Mikey. Mikey, how is the game going with Jack versus our Custodes legend?
So it's great. It's quite a surprising one because obviously Josh has been denying everyone primary by charging everywhere, but Jack has actually managed to score max primary in this game. The problem is Josh has almost maxed his secondaries and he's denied Jack's because he's taken R&D and he's not really been able to get a lot of points on there. He's got the Long War, which has been denied a lot as well. So obviously, because that's Billy would know this. Long War killing on objectives, right?
Kill on objectives, and then an additional point for taking that objective.
Which is obviously hard against Custodes because they're all objectives secured and they're really hard to kill.
And if you've got a blob of 10 Wardens twice, they're hard to kill, right? Yeah.
So it looks like Josh is going to take the win at 97 by the looks of things. And we're just in Jack's final turn. He's like, I'm trying to basically try and get some more points for Long War. Guaranteed 8 points in the last turn for primary. Potentially 12 if things go in his favour. But R&D is screwed in, basically. He's only going to get 8 points tops for that.
Wow, okay, so it looks like we could have a Josh Roberts versus whoever is the winner of this is final, yeah? Nice.
Excellent.
Thanks for that, Mikey.
That is one of the traps that you can fall into with these sort of almost automatically include secondary objectives, with the Long War getting better than it was before. It can be dangerous to automatically assume that's what you are going to take, particularly rolling into armies that can control the table.
Yeah, like
Very
custodies,
well,
especially
like
when you put like
custodies.
40 golden boys on the table, effectively.
They're
is
all
what, you know.
obsec. They're
Yeah.
hard as nails,
Yeah.
and particularly if they can kill what can kill the custodies back early. I'm sorry, you're not going to get those primary or secondary points. It's also
Absolutely.
easy to deny because you just stay off of those objectives, and you just can't score the long war. If nobody's on an objective, you can't score it.
No, 1,000,000%. If you play the anti-game, which is basically not taking primary or secondary for a few turns, you're screwed, right? You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
like the old, it's like shock tactics for Space Marines, right? You've got to be on an
Exactly.
objective.
The same
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
The same tactics can be applied to shock tactics because you just keep away from what dictates you can score those points. And the good players will know that, and they'll take advantage of that. So obviously, that's what's happened there. He said, "Well, you've taken the long war, so I ain't going anywhere near those objectives almost all game. I'm just going to roll onto them maybe the last couple of turns in the game once I've killed enough of you or held you up enough to the point where I can just go, well, I'm obsec. These last 2 turns, I'm going to score all primary, and I've already scored my secondaries as well. So, sorry, mate."
Yep. Looks like we're into Mike. So Mike went second in this. So we're in Mike's bottom of round 4, basically. Mike just starting to pick up what he can. So you'll be able to see he's just been targeting those Hellions that dealt with Ursula Creed. There's only one left. It's now Mortars going into those Hellions as we speak. And he's just going to start polishing bits and pieces up as well.
Yeah. I mean, the Raider's still there, but it looks like the unit of Incubi that charged into the Kazakin behind the crates, I think that's gone.
Yep.
And probably the Homunculus is gone as well. I can't... Oh, no, he is still there on objective number 1. But he might be using the Homunculus as a sort of charge onto objective number 1 with those guardsmen in front of him.
Yep. Oh, Elliot. Let's carry on. Sorry, yeah, so as we're all good.
So, yeah, actually. So, as it's diced down now...
No, it's fine. No, they can carry on. They're on the clock, so we've...
Right, okay, yeah, they're on a different clock to the rest of the tournament. That's fine, that's fine. So, yeah, what we'll be doing here is then checking out. They're going to be...
to say that it looks like that the boys are just going to... They've probably got a few minutes left, to be fair, but then again, there's not going to be much left for Rob, so Rob's turn's going to be very quick. And then what I imagine Mike will do is just try and run onto some objectives, get max primary at the end because he scores at the end of turn 5. And he's going to just try and get as many of his secondaries as possibly can. Stuff like banners and things like that.
He's just got to make sure that he gets more than what Rob's going to score on No Prisoners. Off the top of my head, I don't know how much he's going to score.
I'd say Rob's going to be like somewhere maybe around the 5 or 6, maybe a bit more than that.
So if Mike pushes into the 60s, he's going to be in the clear here, more than likely. Yeah. Unless we've completely not been keeping track of.
No, the thing is, Mike should, because Mike should be in turn 5. Mike should be scoring 12 on primary.
Yeah.
He's going to control more objectives. I think Robert is going to be on maybe 1, 2 objective. He might be on objective 4 and 1. Maybe is where Robert might be, which will maybe net him either 4 or 8 points. Yeah, that instantly puts him on the back foot. Then he'll use his No Prisoners to push him up. But then obviously Mike's going to score banners at the end of the game as well. So it's pretty much Mike's this one. It's going to be closer than we think, but. So we're just totting up for Mike now before we head into turn 5. So we're going to pass back over to the boys now just while they do some totting up and chatting into turn 5.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm on 2.
So I've now got banners raised on 1, 2, 3, 4 for next turn. Not that one.
You raised them, there.
Yeah, raised them here with these.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool. So time with me.
Yeah.
What can I do to score points? Kill guys. I'm not stopping you scoring primary, so just gonna attack them.
Yep.
He's gonna come out. Shout some Kazkin. The Homoxite's gonna do the same. There's actually no point in staying back.
Yeah.
The 6 was rolling around.
It was there. It was almost there.
8. So I move 8. It's going to be an 11-inch charge.
Okay.
Cool. I said there's no. Oh, you've got no prisoners, don't you? Oh, they're going to die
No,
anyway.
I've not got no prisoners.
Oh, cool.
You've got no prisoners.
I got no prisoners.
Yeah. Someone's definitely got no prisoners today, mate.
He's going to shoot them. He's going to shoot the single guy.
Did you score your you put your 8 on?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you already done it.
Yeah. Save on the single guy.
On which single?
The single guy who got you the.
Any AP?
No. Oh. Going to shoot a dark lance at a Cascan.
Yep.
Going to charge with the homunculus that you can't overwatch. Then you're going to overwatch the raider. Oh, I'll go with the long bomb first.
What does he do in combat? Snatch, charge him.
Oh, cool. So the raider goes in. I need a 11 on the other guys. Oh, spin my CP. Hey.
Yeah.
They're going to be Obsec as well, so they might drop down a banner. He went in. Homunculus. You can interrupt still, can't you?
Yeah.
So I'll go over
No,
there.
I'm on. Oh yeah, interrupt too.
You can interrupt,
I can,
so
but
1, 2, 3,
it's over here.
4. Yeah, we'll do the racks first.
What strength are you?
Poison. So don't use the strat.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, do I have CP? I do. I'll get a reroll wounds with him. That's all right. So 3, 4, 5, 6 -1s and 3 -2s.
6 -1s on 5s. Let's die 3 and 3 -2s. Lose 3 more, so 6 die.
Cool. I'm just going to make sure there's 6 on there. It's going to roll the raider while we're here.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
The raider rerolls one of them. 1 at -2, 2 at -1.
-2, -1, 2 more die.
1 more at -1. Sorry.
3 die.
Kill Harry. Cool. Homunculus does a mortal.
Wisdom? Oh, there he is.
So this is just the
just kills one of
homunculus
these
just
guys.
next to the cans on the right there. He's just picking up some Kazakin, I believe.
Cool.
Can I?
You'll be able to get there.
Well, it
and-
doesn't matter because it's end of 10 anyway, isn't it, for me?
Cool.
Probably-
Morale check here.
No. He would have tagged them as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Pile your obsec, so pile
Yeah,
your
I'm
on
obsec, so there's no
So the
point.
banner goes down.
Cool.
Okay. Let's.
Should we just talk out the last
Yeah,
turn
very
and
quickly.
get the points? So I've got
So you're no prisoners we can put on the board.
5 left on the board. So
So
I give up 94. So you score
I
9.
give up 98. I've got all the mortars. That's
Oh, you don't have no
80
prisoners.
max.
You would have scored 9 if you took it.
70. That's a full unit of 10.
As we can hear, the boys are just
60
adding up some points now.
minus
Let's see what we get to.
56 you've killed, so 6 points.
So
in
I
prisoners.
killed 1 with that. You're going to kill everything, aren't you? So you're going to get that 3.
Yeah,
You're going
6
to get full
points, no prisoners.
primary. Boots on the ground, you're going to get 3. 4.
No, I'm going to get 5 for that this
5?
turn because I'll get the advance thing into there.
Cool.
1 on each side. Unit
Banners,
here,
you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 6.
6, and I think I can raise 1 there because he's just going to step on. Raise.
So 7.
Yep.
And
So
how
at the
many?
start of my turn, I score 3, and then at the end of my turn, I
You
score
score 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my
You only get
prisoners?
5. No prisoners, 56 wounds, did you say?
6 points total with the bonus points.
Yeah, cool.
So 6. I only killed 1. So, fuck, that's so much closer than I thought it would be.
It's just, it was all over the place.
if those tanks didn't explode, maybe.
And there we go. That is a handshake between Mike and Robert, and we have finished on 87 to Mike, 70 to Robert. Robert giving an absolute
Yeah, very
incredible
well
goal
played
there.
by Rob there.
Yeah.
He hung on right through the game, pulling ahead early in the secondary points.
Yep.
But just the creeping advance of Mike's guard,
Yeah.
the oppressive firepower, meant that it was always going to be a case of Mike's just going to pull ahead in primary and secondary towards the end of the game.
So, that is round 5 done. Thank you if you managed to stick with us for that incredible game. Big thank you to both players, Mike and Robert, for being on.
Yeah,
Thank you
they
so much.
Put an amazing show, guys. Very well played.
It's so good that we've still got a shot of the Mikey. You should see you've done something miraculous without even knowing.
Yeah. It's an
Mikey,
amazing
we now
shot
have
here.
we used to have a shot of the hall, and now we have a shot of the table because of the new camera. It's like
action's happening, Tom.
it's like you've done it on purpose. It is. I mean, the action has just finished.
Oh, there's still out in there.
It is, yeah, it's great. It's great. But all we want to say is big thank you if you managed to watch. The live final is coming up. All right, don't go anywhere. Tell everyone that you've got no plans tonight because the live final will be happening in about 15, 20 minutes. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be Josh Roberts with Adeptus Custodes solo watch.
Custodes versus
Bricks of Golden versus the Astra Militarum.
Yeah, I mean, the Custodes, they've been a front runner in the meta for a while.
Yeah.
They took a bit of a dip recently, but
they got nerfed, but now they're back.
Now they're back.
Yeah.
Versus the new hotness, Imperial Guard.
New codex.
They're we're going to see what happens. It's going to be tasty. So it's an older codex being Custodes versus the new hotness, as I've just said. We'll see if the Guard firepower can punch through the defensiveness of the Custodes. There's going to be obsec, a lot of obsec on both sides. There's going to be a lot of mortal wounds coming on both sides. So is it solar watch?
Solar watch.
The Custodes.
Yeah.
So they're going to be leveraging the advance and charge if they need to. The defensive strats that Custodes have advantage to. And
it's going to be good fun.
Yeah.
And it's literally going to come up in 10 minutes, so don't go anywhere. For now, we're going to have a quick wee break and a loo break and a toilet break. I've been Hellstorm Tom.
I've been Hellstorm Billy.
And we are going to see you in about 10 or 15 minutes, you sexy, sexy people.
See you soon, guys.
Bye. Bitches.